Excuse me, you know I beg your pardon for this interruption. Now back to regularly scheduled programming.
3, 2, 1. All right. Hello, good evening, and welcome everybody back to Fool's Landing on Dice Illusions, where we're playing Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd Edition with a great cast of role players here. I'm Jamie, I'll be the DM, and I'm joined left to right on my screen. Guys, say hello and just tell us again who you're playing since it's been a minute. And I'll go with Adam first.
Great. I'm Adam. I'm playing Bartholomew, the human cleric of Lyra, the Lady of the Mist. I think I left off at level 3, but it may have been altered.
Let's see.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, you went back to level 3, right? Yeah, so you're that's right. I think you were 3.
It may have gone up though after our last session. I guess it says
Oh,
level
yeah,
4
that's
in
true.
here.
That's
So,
right.
yeah,
That's right.
we'll have to sort that out as we go, I guess. But
yeah, we're gonna take a look at the level up next, but yeah, I think Bart's right on that cusp either way between 3 and 4. So, and he's already been to the promised land of 4. He's just returning there. But we'll talk about that
rest in
later.
its glory, briefly.
All right, good to have you. Good to have you back. Next on the party here is Chris.
Hey there.
Good evening.
I'm hey. Name's Chris, playing Kurza, who is a 4th level elven mage, wizard, whatever you want to call them. And so far so good. He's still alive.
What's the term for what would the group call him? A mage or a wizard? What do you think?
I think it's probably a wizard
fighter
in this
mage.
edition.
Well,
Either one.
Well, I just mean even just what you guys might refer to him as in terms of what would be the normal language in the group for it. Maybe that's the running joke, is that everybody calls him something different.
Alive. I've got double-digit hit points now.
Yeah, I don't know,
Ooh.
the spell guy. I
Just
don't know.
barely.
Cool. All right, good to have you back. And next is Molly.
Hello, I am playing Mithra, and she is a 4th level human Rashomai gladiator.
Yes, and she is what level? Can't remember.
4th.
4th, okay.
4th level. Is that
Nice.
right? Yeah, that's right.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. Good to have you. And Molly is glitching out a little bit, so you don't have to check your stream. She's just having a little, filter on there. We're joking that she's coming in from the future. So let us know what happens. But yeah, no, good to have you. Sorry, my
Awesome to
cat's
be here.
attacking me. Last but not least, coming to us from South America, Rodolfo.
Hi guys, I'm Rodolfo playing Ronnie the Halfling. I don't remember almost nothing. I remember almost nothing. I don't think I played the last time. But here we are, ready to go.
Nice, and you're crystal clear, my friend. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's really great. So here is our level. So yeah, Bart, you had reattained 4th. That's right, last time. So you're in 4th level. 4th level for Kurza, 4th level for Mithra, and 5th level for Ronnie. So that's
Yay!
where the group currently sits. So let me double check the XP awards and see where we were. So, and I think I can actually share this. Okay, so yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about last session, and maybe this will jog some memory. We had fought an owlbear. You had defeated an owlbear while on the road to Procampur, and in reaching Procampur, you were able to complete delivery from Dragon's Falls to a merchant in the merchant district. So that's part of what transpired in last session. And I'm just looking to see if anybody is changed um, threshold with 1400 because I didn't get a chance to add it to the spreadsheet. So that would be 14,900 for Ronnie. So Ronnie, you're 100 away from 6th level, if that's right. Oh no, you would be.
Oh,
Oh no, I'm sorry. You'd be
let's make it today.
No, I'm sorry. You'd be 5,000. You'd be at 15,000, so you'd be 5,000 from
We
6th
can do
level.
it today, I
We could
know.
do it. We can do it for sure. And I think is anyone else close? 6,900. She's already at 4th. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. So I think everybody else is still pretty distant from the or right in the middle of your levels. So all right. Yes, so I think, just the recap of what's been happening. I'll move us over to the map, the large map anyhow. We're currently, actually, this token needs to move to Procampur because the party made it finally through the Earthfast Mountains from Dragon Falls. A lot of things going on in the mountains, like we talked about last session, that some things had connections to this, and there were some other maybe rabbit holes or other things that were happening as well that could have been investigated further or may come back, in the course of all these different storylines that are happening. But I think the group had decided ultimately that they wanted to get to Procampur so that you could acquire transportation, and that you had some other business to handle in Procampur. So I know there will be some discussion about that, and you guys can agree on next steps. But generally speaking, last session, I think you had fought an owlbear. You arrived in the city. You learned about, and we'll cut over to the Procampur background here. But you learned about the different districts that exist in Procampur, and you can see those in the bottom left here. You had ultimately, and I'm going to probably bring your party token onto this map. Let's see, why isn't it working?
Yeah, and Ronnie is hurt, right? From the owlbear? Or did he heal up?
Sorry?
Are you hurt from that fight we had with the owlbear?
Ah, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, 8 or 9 hit points.
We ought to be able to get some healing supplies here. We're going to need those anyway.
Mhm.
Oh, you got a fair amount of cash and lots of stuff to sell here too.
Yes, and that's actually where we left off. So if you look on the map on the lower left, you're in the merchants district. You had arrived. You had brought a shipment from the blacksmith in Dragon Falls, some weaponry and things that were basically sealed in a couple barrels that were on the cart that you had, and you've arrived at that scene. And I think last session you talked a little bit about some of the things that you wanted to do with your inventory, but I don't think we've processed all of that. And I know one of the things, Chris, was that Kurza wanted to try to trade maybe some precious stones and gems for pearls, or
Yeah,
find someone to do identification for you.
yeah,
And I think, right now, without, having connections, like perhaps if you spend more time here and learn more about different services you could get, you might be able to compare prices on it, but it seems like it's going to be more expensive to you to pay someone to identify it than it will be for you to trade some gems for some pearls. You feel like that you could probably get a pretty good exchange rate on that type of deal.
yeah. Is there any kind of I want to say a witch, alchemist that might be able to identify some 10 potions that we have lying around?
Yes. There is
And potions.
there's a merchant who was a part of the trade post where you made the exchange with the goods that you brought, and his name is Jakor, and Jakor will basically give you some general guidance on those things, and I just wanted to kind of get a rundown first of the gems that you did have that you're trying to trade, and I can give you an idea of how many pearls you'd be able to obtain.
We've got a bag of gems worth 1,600,
Okay, all right.
one sapphire gem worth 100, an emerald gem worth 20, two 50 gold piece gems, 50 each, that is, and then another gem worth 250.
So what? I guess we'll have to tally that up. Can you either paste that in
Uh,
or tally that for us?
16, 17. Looks to be 2070,
Okay, so
2070 gold.
Core 2070. Okay. All right. So here's how we'll play this out. Let's see. Jakor is a human and looks to be like a middle-aged man. He's actually looks as if he's not too terribly um, old, but at the at other angles he looks like he is. So he's got a weird kind of, you're not exactly sure his age, but he'll make a trade with you. He has access to pearls, and
Ah,
I think what I'd like to do is to have you make a proficiency check with your appraising, or if you have another skill for bartering or negotiating that you want to employ.
I think appraisal's probably the best that I have on that.
All right.
Um, yeah, because either it's spellcraft, uh, yeah, appraising. I don't have any trading or bartering, but
Okay. Go ahead and we'll do a roll. I'm gonna have him sort of do a check. So you got a 9 out of let's see, what would your, why is it so,
I don't know. It's all I did was press the die roll button.
so that's from the sheet then. Um, let's see.
Yeah, at intelligence plus minus 3.
Okay, yeah. So you got a 9, and then that would be okay. All right. So what I'll say is this: is that Kurza, you've bought and traded pearls in other cities, so you kind of
Yeah.
know what the market rate is, but you also, so he'll offer you basically an exchange rate of 100 gold for each pearl. So you could trade him all of your gems for 20 pearls if you'll trade them all.
That's a pretty good bet. That's as long as the pearls appraise at, somewhere around 100 or marginally better. Sounds like a good
They
deal to me.
they look exceptional to you. Like you don't, they don't look like they're little pearls. They look very opaque and exactly what you would expect to be a high quality pearl. And I think you start to come to realize that these might be common here, being
Well, it
where
is
it's positioned.
close to the sea.
Yeah,
I
and
suppose it could be.
you may have done well in your influence as well. So,
Yeah,
uh,
well, I think it's a good deal. Take it.
all right. So you'll go ahead and just go ahead and cross that off, and then add your pearl collection. Um,
Yeah, I'll make an edit.
and yeah, and Jakor will say to you that my friend, if you happen upon another source of these precious minerals and stones, please seek me out first. Be sure to seek me out first, of all people.
Certainly, I take note of his name. What is his name, by the way?
Let's see. I was saying this as Jakor, but I don't know. You could probably could be said a lot of ways, but so yeah, Jakor.
Jakor is fine. Okay. I will certainly do so.
Does
I will certainly do so, Mr. Jakor.
does the party have any other goods that they may be looking to dispose of? Or shall I say exchange?
Let's see. What else do we have?
What all does he sell, Amy?
He took, you guys had delivered a lot of weapons to him, and when you did that and you got to his place, you saw that he had a lot of different general goods. But he also seems to have some more rare things as well that he collects and things like that. So he's really got a mishmash of things. It's probably more a question of what you're looking for, if there's anything you're looking for, or
Yeah, I'd like to get a trident actually, and yeah, have our retainer carry it, and when I need it or want it, hand it off to me, and I'm gonna train him in using it as well, because I fought with a trident in the pits, and sometimes a trident could be handy for like charging and stuff.
It'd be funny if like that's like your requirement, that he has to learn how to use the trident, So okay, yeah. So if you wanted to buy one outright from him, based on this interaction, if you want to make I don't know if you have any non-weapon proficiencies that would apply here. If you do, you could try a check with one of those. If not, you can just try to influence him with charisma to see what price he might offer you. But he certainly has access to tridents.
Yeah, the only social skill that I have is intimidation, which I'm not gonna do that. So, well, I have
yet.
etiquette too. I have etiquette, but that doesn't really apply. So
I think etiquette is
Yeah.
actually very good. Yeah, I think etiquette, at least, if you presented yourself in a certain way, he's going to give you the fairest deal. So I think etiquette's great.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna do that.
It's handy that there's a gladiator with etiquette, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I just barely made it.
Okay.
That's my charisma. Yeah.
Well, of course, we can set you up with a trident, and I'll offer you one for 12 gold. Fine craftsmanship. Not as fine as the weaponry that comes from Dragon Falls these days, but fine nonetheless.
Oh yeah, what's so special about the weapons from Dragon Falls?
Oh, his process. And the materials that he's using are much stronger than the things that we get in this area. It must be something that they're harvesting from those mountains that he uses in his forge.
Interesting.
Special ingredient.
So I should ask, if you ever do head back towards Dragon Falls, that I would very much like to do business with our friend again, and I'll be glad to assist you with acquiring any other further goods. Is there anything else that you may be needing?
That's all that I was looking to buy. You have more things to sell?
Be careful with the trident. It's not the most well balanced. As he hands it to your hireling.
Well, hey.
I want to say that you may have had, was it? I guess I know there's a pretty big list of things potentially that need to be identified.
Yeah.
Beyond those, were there any other items that you were looking to offload that just sort of sit in the inventory that no one wants to take ownership of, because those would be things you could probably process through Jakor.
I think we had Ronnie has the dust of disappearance.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And I gave Molly a short sword not identified.
Almost everything else on this list is either the castle map from the cultist's dungeon and
Okay.
the dark gaze robes and
I have
either
a
items to
ring,
be
a magical
identified
ring
or
from the
potions
northwest.
to be identified.
Is this it? Is it on the bio info? Okay.
Yeah, I can't see it for some reason. It's weird. A white page.
Are you all getting that? Or can you see it?
Yeah, I can click on the bio info and see
Oh, okay.
the stuff here.
I'll add you, Kurza, just as a one-off. Whoa.
I can see it, but I have to hit edit in order to see it.
Oh
Very
yeah,
odd.
yeah. I don't know why
Same.
it's doing that. I think it's because they converted something to where it used to be that you basically would have like a text file or a character sheet, and now everything is like a character sheet. So anyway, but yeah, I had to do that too. Okay, so did that work? Maybe it didn't work on mine.
Yeah, on mine it's just a D20 loading animation.
Yeah, it's
What it's doing.
something's like frozen up. It's like all white.
Yeah, it's all white for me too.
Yeah, that's weird. I just checked the permissions because you said you couldn't see it, Chris, and I saw it says all players can control and edit.
Yeah.
So then when I saved changes or I just clicked actually exit, it went back and now it's just white. So anyway, I think there's nothing terribly it looked like that you had processed most of it. Just need to make sure you update your gems and pearls situation, and I assume your Kurza would be holding the bag, so to speak.
You know what,
Yeah.
gang? I just closed that window and reopened it, and I could get it.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh wait.
Because
I
I have
There
this
it goes.
ring. We found that the nose lair. It's magical, but not identified too.
Okay. Yeah. Here it is.
Let's see. I'm still curious about the statue of the Black Raven in a wooden box. I think Kurza got like an inkling of the school of magic it's from, but we were identifying
Yeah.
that.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like you've got just a big pile of identification that needs to happen, from what I can see. Potions.
Yeah, where can we do that?
Other things. Well, I guess your caster needs a space in which he can focus on that task, and
For several days.
yeah, you'd need some time. So there are, let's see, you're in the Merchants District, and I want to say that there is let me double check. Here we go. Adventurers District, yeah. So I just moved the map. Oh, I see. It's cutting off because of... Let me change this setting.
Should we get some lodging and
I think it's a good idea.
Settle
Very
in for a
large
few days,
room
yeah.
and good. Person will be at work.
Okay.
what was that? Rodolfo?
I think we can rent a big room in a very good inn and put Curse to work.
That'll work.
All right. You got it. So so if you all want to, you basically can enter the Adventurers District from a gate within the Merchants District, and in doing so, you're starting to realize that there's a lot of security here, but that when you pass between district to district, like from this one to the Adventurers District, it's actually pretty well traveled and pretty easy to traverse, but that when you re-enter the Great Way, where their main roads are, and you try to enter any district, you seem to have to go through a lot more security at those gates and those entrances. So that's just something that you guys would have observed now that you've been in town and traveled the different ways here. So you'll be able to travel up and through this gate here where I put the party token and into the Adventurers District. Let me get you guys some information.
I don't see the party token. Where's it at?
It's
It's on this little map on the lower left here, where I'm pinging. Can you see a little green token, or maybe I didn't have it set up right?
I'm pinging black.
Can you all see it, the
You all-
others?
You all see it?
I
Yeah.
think the rest of us see
Oh,
it,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Not a problem.
Yeah, it's not
As long as you
essential.
have a general idea of, I don't want you to lose bearings on where you guys are. Let's see.
We're somewhere over here, right?
Let's see. You're looking on the upper left one. Yeah, I guess that would correspond. You'd
Like
be
right here.
yeah, right on that gate right there. Is it easier for you
Oh.
guys to be on that one, or I could move
Oh.
the thing?
Maybe I wasn't seeing the token because I was on the wrong map. Is it the map on the bottom then?
Yeah, here, I'll put it on
Yeah.
both of them. I'm gonna put it on both, so you can use whichever one you want, because I
I do see it. I do see it.
I
Okay,
do
that
like
explains
it. I kind of like that I just wanted you to understand what the different districts was, so I was using that one on the lower left, but it's not the best map.
Got
Then
you.
both are kind of interesting because you can get more details from the lower one, the names and all that good stuff, whereas the upper one is more of a geographic look
What
of actual.
typical-
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so the thing too is that these different colors that are shaded in correspond to the color of roof tiles that are used in those sections.
Really?
Yeah. So in the Adventurers District, the roof tiles are red, and that's what really makes it distinct and very different from certainly other places that you would have been.
What's the white area? Let me guess, the rich.
Well, it is close to the Castle District. Let's see, what is that label? Is it
Because
covered
we got
up?
a poor district, we got a
It's
C
that is the
district.
Nobles District. Yes, that was.
Yeah, kinda
it's
figured.
covered up a little bit, but yeah, it's the Nobles District, and then the upper right is
Temple.
Nessian
Temple
Castle
District.
in the Castle District. That's the name of the castle and the family that's in power here. So, all right, yeah. So you guys, again, I think that would be very different, right? You know, I can envision it. Wouldn't it be cool if they had that in the D&D movie or something? You know, like a town like that. I don't know that I've seen that in any fantasy story. I think that's a really cool thing. And sidebar, it reminds me of when I was just in San Juan, and they had a district between the two forts that was called the Pearl. And the Pearl, all of the homes in the Pearl are really bright and colorful, and they have to be. And like you have to get the color approved of your house, you know. And so it really makes it, you know, stick out when you're looking at these two 1500s forts next to this, you know, really pretty town with all these colorful, you know, homes. So it's neat. Like I get that sense when I look at Procampur and how neat that would look. Let's see. So yeah, you would enter this, and again, most of the areas between the districts are guarded with portcullises and guards and a whole process to pass through, which you did last time, and yet for whatever reason, it looks like the Merchants District really wants the Adventurers District to have easy access to them. And so you're able to pass pretty easily with just more of a head nod from a couple guards than any questions or anything. So when you reach the Adventurers District, let's see, it's yeah, the Merchant District's roofs, they call those sea green, even though it doesn't look sea green to me. So yeah, you would go right from these sea green roofs into and it's a big district, into one of the smallest districts, which is the red roofed Adventurers District. And on the other side of the Adventurers District is the poor district. So you know, you start to get a sense of that as you're traveling through here. But yeah, in this area, it's certainly what you would expect. There's a lot of various people traveling about, and certainly looks like there's several different places that you could stay or procure a beverage. There's several caravans that are here, so you can see that there's like some large groups with some wagons and carts parked in certain spots here. There's some what look like some pretty wealthy um, dwarves that catch your eyes as well, kind of walking around. You guys have seen a lot of dwarves up to this point, but I don't think you've seen dwarves like these are, where they're kind of dressed to the nines in silk robes and things as such like that. So certainly some very different curiosities. Let's see.
There's a lot of money here, huh?
There is, and
Oh,
certainly that money is flowing back and forth on the merchant side too. Um, there are, let's see, there's several places where you would be able to gamble. You know, you would hear music coming from various places in the area as well, and there's something notorious here known as the Red Roof Girls, which you can investigate that later if you want. But it's a very happening place and bustling, and you guys find yourself right in the center of it now. Um, I think you're looking for places to stay. So there's a place called Shards Street, and in Shard Street there's a something that catches your eye is that there's a forge and a metalworking smith right in the center of the district, and around it there's a bunch of different what look like outdoor seating and places to drink and watch the forge in action. So that's something that might be of interest to you, is a place like that. Or you can certainly look for like where the dwarves are staying is a little bit more highbrow. There is certainly gambling and all other kinds of things that you can chase down here as well. Any limitations here or anything specific that you guys are looking for, or do you just want to try to procure a room as fast as possible?
My preference would be something a little bit quieter, just so I can be uninterrupted. But beyond that,
Okay. All right. So yeah, so I think then, you know, as you sort of travel through and you see some of the different variation in this district, you do find sort of a quiet side to the Adventurers District where uh, you know, there's some open garden areas connected to some, you know, pretty modest places. And again, everything in this district is geared towards adventurers. Most of the second floor of all the buildings in this area are places to stay. So you guys don't seem to have any shortage of finding places to stay. It's more a matter of your budget and your expectations. So you can certainly find a quiet space where you can approach, and you'll find that there's a set of rooms available from Rendrell, who is a just seems to be a proprietor of this building, and he's got a couple different things going on in the building. On the first floor, it looks like they're making some kind of leather works, and there's a staircase that you guys are pointed up, where when you get up top, there's a suite basically with several adjoined rooms and a common area, and it seems very quiet there. Like the noise from downstairs is just one person sewing leather, so you really don't hear much, and out the window it's just some chirping and that kind of thing. So you could definitely then in this space, Kurza, get into some identification possibly.
Want a combined room or 4 separate or some version thereof?
Didn't he say it was like a suite with adjoining rooms, or?
Yeah, it's like it's like 4 adjoining, or sorry, 5 actually adjoining rooms, 4 bedrooms and 1 common area in the center, so you can, you be wherever you need to be, and that costs 2 gold and 2 silver per night.
Okay.
This looks good to me.
Do you want to go for 5 days or some shorter,
Sure.
longer period?
If you think it'll take that much time to identify all this stuff, then yeah.
I think the
Sure.
identify spell was 8 hours.
Yeah, I think that was something like that.
I'm sure that we can find things to do in this fabulous city. I've never seen a city this grand.
Perfect. Okay,
Oh,
so yeah, you'll each basically be given a little key to get into the suite, and there's an entrance that you can get to that you can pass through even when the leather shop's not operating. So you'll be able to come and go independently if you need to, and it's not too luxurious, but it's very comfortable, and it's in a good location, so you feel like you'll be able to go and see a lot of things pretty quickly from where you're at. I'll move you actually to where this is.
and you said it was 2 gold and 2 silver per night?
Yeah, if you want to rent for the whole week, you can rent for 12 gold, so that saves you like a little bit, but
Okay.
and it gives you 2 more, or actually gives you several more days, because the calendar here is what, 10 days? So a week, let's see. Yeah, a week. Yeah, I think it's like 9 days, something like 8 or 9 days here is a week in Faerun. So you would get that for 12 gold if you wanted it.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, it is done.
All right. So you've got the room, you've got the keys, and you've got now access to the Adventurers District in Procampur. So take it away. What would you like to do?
Oh, I would like to buy some supplies. I think common equipment from the players in the book is available for the normal price.
Yeah, so if you buy, depending on what it is, it's going to be available here, and I think the only difference is the price you'll pay in the district you're in. So, having just been in the merchants district, I think you found that the prices there were more competitive than in the adventurers district, where it looks like they might be pricing it for tourists. So that's the sense that you get.
Okay. I need to resupply my stock of alchemist fire, weak fire.
All right, let's see. All right, yeah. So it's normally 10 gold, and so again in
Yeah.
in this area you're gonna pay 20% more, and in the merchants area with the connections you have now you'd pay 20% less. So that's a swing, of 4 gold for you. But
Or
that's up to you if you're
a lot.
wanting to head back or not. Um, but you were already over there, and I'll give you that pricing. I just kind of want you to know that difference between it. It's not that big of a deal. So if you want to just buy it at the 8 gold from Jakor, that would have been something you could have got from him.
Okay, nice.
Did Jakor have healing supplies?
He has, let's see. He would have had the, what is it, the tools?
Like, I don't mean like a kit, because I'm not skilled or anything. I meant like potions or even scrolls.
He didn't seem, that's one thing he didn't seem to trade in, was anything like that that was enchanted, as far as what,
Yeah.
but again, I don't think that anybody really checked him with detect magic or anything like that, but you didn't get the sense that he did have that kind of thing. Like potions.
We retcon that we asked him where he would shop if he was shopping for that sort of thing.
Oh yes, definitely. I think that there's several places in the adventurers district, and be careful who you trade with. But I would recommend the dwarves.
What about something in? I have some spell components I might be willing to sell off as well. Would there be anybody to handle that kind of transaction?
Yeah, you can definitely trade in spell components. What do you have?
Oh, Joker. Troll bits.
Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, so, all right, yeah. What's interesting, I think, again, what you find is that there's a theme of stores near the gates between the merchants district and adventurers district where they sort of have some of those types of rarities and oddities, and a couple of those would have caught your eye as you were passing back and forth,
Okay.
and you can certainly go into one of these oddity stores, and you can find alchemists, and you can find other people who are trading some of the goods. But again, that's Jakor told you, like, be careful, and he only really traded with the dwarves, so that's all the advice you got from him. But there's lots of places where it seems like you could pull something out anywhere and probably get a conversation or an offer for it in a place like this.
Sure, why not?
So, yeah, you, for the, let's see, the troll bits that you have, it's been a couple.
I also have some owl bear feathers as well.
Yeah, I think that our oddity trader is his name is Efow, EFOW, and Efow is actually a half elf, and he takes notice of the things that you would want to trade, like some of the troll bits, and he's got different trophies and mounts hanging in his shop along with other oddities, and he'll make an offer to you for anything that you bring him. But he takes a look at the troll bits and says, these looks like these have been sitting around for a little bit. Where'd you get them? He's kind of
when we killed the troll,
poking at the parts you brought. Yeah, I don't.
Well, it was a few days old, yes.
Yeah, I don't know that this one's too recognizable, but I'd offer you a couple gold for the thing. What else do you have?
Some owl bear feathers.
Owlbear feathers. Maybe he notices. Didn't one of you grab a claw from the owlbear? I think so. I think didn't the Mithra try to take the beak off, right? And it didn't work. But then
I think I wanted like a trophy. I wanted a trophy.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it didn't work out, right?
I think that you had attempted to get the beak, but that didn't work out. So instead, you got a claw. So
yeah.
I
Okay.
would say that he would notice that, and
Mhm.
and he would make you an offer for it of 10 gold. So he seems far more interested in the owlbear claw than he does the troll parts. So basically, you've got an offer of 12 gold for the two things, if you want to take it.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do it. I don't need to carry this thing around.
I'll hold on to the troll bits.
Okay.
I have a Sahakwan horn, though.
Ah, you do. It's like a conch, right? It's a
Yeah,
the
whatever he
Sahakun.
used from the first
Mm-hmm.
adventure.
Mm-hmm. Aha. Yeah. Let me take a look at this. And so he'll take a peek at it, and he'll actually hold it up and attempt to blow it, and it will sort of start to make the sound that some of you remember. But he certainly doesn't seem like he has the lungs for it, and so he gets it to squeak more than howl like you remember. But he says it's an
I'll
interesting
try it.
thing.
I'll try it for him.
Let's see. Make a Constitution check, or I think that might be a good way to see. Con or strength? How about, yeah, I'll let you do con or strength. I guess maybe you could just try to huff and puff your way
To
through.
figure out how to. I'm trying to figure out where I find the roll for that.
Let's see. Do you have the green buttons displaying on the bottom of Roll20 that say group initiative and ability check and a couple
No.
buttons? No. Check out the tab called macros on the upper right near the settings.
Okay.
And when you're in there, I think there's a button that says show macro quick bar.
Yeah, why is that not showing?
Huh. Does anyone else see the buttons?
Oh, it's the name is the collection. It's
I
Oh, I
see 'em.
can see there's this little gray area down at the bottom left that's
Mhm.
blank. It's just kind of a gray overlay, and if I unclick it, it goes away. If I do click it, the gray area shows up.
Really?
Do
Oh.
That's
you have
weird.
all the in-bar checks above? Yeah, okay. You have all the in-bar checks on too, above the macro quick bar?
Oh yeah, good
Because
good call.
you can turn them each on and off individually as well.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Duh.
Okay, I should have probably sent a screenshot of that because that's probably what it is. Sorry. Cool. So
Okay,
that
ability
may make it
check.
easier. I don't know. The jury's still out, but we'll see.
You attempted to use a roll command
Oh, I
looking
know.
for the
That's
value
right.
of a selected token.
That's why, because those only work if you click on your token. Let me do this with you, Chris. Hang on. All right. So Kurza's giant token is down here. I'll put you in the side over here. So click on you're flying in the sky there on the bottom right. If you click on your token and then try one of those buttons, it should work.
Okay, hold on. Let me find my token. Where's my token? Oh, there it is. Okay. What the heck? I don't have access to the token.
You don't have access to yourself.
No, it's horrible.
All right. Let's see. That might be better.
I'm feeling isolated. Okay, so now I have access to the token, an ability check, and a selector. Such a deal.
Nice.
You said Constitution?
Yeah, or strength, whatever you prefer.
So I see two of each. One in all caps and the other one first letters in caps.
Just
So I'm not sure.
I guess this will have to.
So let's see what happens.
Yeah, just try one. Oh, that one gave some kind of strange.
+3. Okay.
There's a
Did it
chance
do
it's-
anything?
No, I don't see anything. I don't think it worked. Let me try the other one. No, it
No character
my
was
bad.
found.
Yeah, it must be. And I haven't tested all these macros with every token. And some of these were working before, so I don't know what's going on with this. But you may just want to roll a 20, Sadid.
Yeah, I know I use the macros for ability checks.
Like, I haven't done anything with them since we played before, and there's a chance they change something, but you're doing it right, Chris. It's not you, is what I'm trying to say. So it seems like
No
something else
problem.
is going on.
So let's see. Roll a d20.
Ooh, oh, 1.
+3.
Roll one.
Yeah, so
Isn't that good though? You want to roll low,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So
I guess so.
so yeah, you would be able to get this thing to get at least loud enough for just a second that it would sound like you remember. Of course it wasn't echoing through the caves, so it's a little bit of a different sound quality here, but it certainly you're able to make it ring. And it starts to get people's attention, after you ring it, and you feel like maybe you can get a better offer even. So,
Well, that was the whole point.
yep, definitely,
Awesome.
definitely. So he says, for the horn, I'd do 30 gold. And as he says that, to your side, a gnomish female steps forward, and she says, I would do 50.
Would you now?
And he lifts his eyebrow at her, and seems like as if they know each other. And so there's like a grin, and it appears that they're partners, and that some of the oddities that are here are hers, actually. So he says, so be it, and he steps away, and she steps forward with 50 gold.
I'll take that 50 gold.
And she'll gladly take your conch horn. I have a special place for this.
Ah,
All right, so you've sold.
familiar with that particular variety of creature?
I'm not. I'm fascinated by where did you find such a thing? There's
What was the name of that island out there?
let's see, what was the name of the island? Do I need the map?
I need the map.
Isle of Presper, and there was
There we go.
a place.
Can you ping it, Jamie? As long as you have the map up.
Let's see, yeah, right here.
Cool, thanks.
There's an island near there that is. I can't remember now. It's
I'll just
eluding
tell
me
her
the name, but
it's from an island near the
Right,
Isle of
yeah.
Presper.
Yeah, that's right. Trader's
In
Isle.
that shape.
That's right. Trader's Isle. So, yep. And
I'll just tell her it's an island near the Isle of Presper.
what creature put these markings, and like on the shell you can see sort of these swirling scratches, all along.
Sahakwan.
Ah.
We beat a good number of them, several dozen.
Sea devils.
Oh yeah,
The only good sea devil is a dead sea devil.
indeed.
This is a great trophy. Thank you for selling it to us.
Not a problem.
And
Who do I have the privilege of dealing with?
my name is Opara.
Thank you, Opara.
Thank you. And she'll not even make an attempt to blow on the thing. So she like kind of like starts to polish it actually, and seems like she's really excited to have this, and is gonna put it somewhere. So she heads off. And you guys, if you have anything else you wanted to sell in the oddity store, could do that, or any other goods that you have. I think you might be down to the point that you're just needing to identify, if I'm not mistaken. You have a statue, or who?
Yeah,
Yeah, you have that.
almost everything else
Yeah.
seems to be magical in nature.
Or yeah, yep. You just don't know what they do. Yeah. All right. So, anything else anyone wanted to do before you maybe take some time to let your wizard do his spell casting magics?
Bart might go wander the temple district, looking for signs of Lyra. Oddly found little to no sign of her presence wherever we've been at, so he's curious if there's any here, as well as he needs to refill probably his stash of wooden chips to burn in his sensor. And
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. That's something I'll see what's available here. So yeah, we can do that. I'd say, Chris, while I'm looking some of this up real quick, if you wanted to kind of get a batting order together for
Right,
what things you want to identify, in
Yeah,
which order.
because everybody else can do some things
Mm-hmm.
over the next few days, so to speak, and I'll just kind of
Yeah.
make the list here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Ronnie.
maybe oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go. You go ahead.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say maybe if each of you had something that you were interested in pursuing that might take a few days that you wanted to let me know, we can sort of try to do those in um, and then we'll come back to Chris.
Starting with Bart, I think.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we can do that. So, Bart, the Temple District, you do, exit when you go to exit the Adventurers District into the Great Way, um, and I'll come back to the regular.
I'm going to put Ronnie's ring right at the top.
Okay. Um, so I'll
Did
move.
we
Thank you,
get
my friend.
did we get your weapon identified yet?
I gave that short sword to Imitra.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
identified yet.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Would you identify this?
Absolutely. So,
All right. So the Temple District, you can. How do you want to travel this, Adam? So which way do you think Bart would prefer to travel? So he could leave and travel through the Adventurers District along this road, and then try to gain access to the Temple District through this gate.
yeah, that'd probably be preferable. I think he'd probably shy away from the extra
Okay.
security around trying to get back to the main way.
All right. Dang, I was just hoping you'd step into my trap, but okay.
I'm sure there'll be more.
Well, here comes one. So, no, you actually no, you arrive at the Temple District, and the roofs here are shining black, like glossy black. And let's see, it's four great temple complexes are what you see here, and there's a couple of smaller temples and some shrines as well to some lesser gods, but the large temples that are here that are built out of stone are Helm, Torm, Timora, Ogma, and Joaquin. So those are some of the ones that would be really noticeable. There's also a temple to Denir, and I'm trying to think if and I don't know if you know who your lady aligns with, right? But it seems like there's other temples and shrines, or not temples, but shrines and things like that, smaller places of worship for other gods, sort of nestled about,
Sure.
and sometimes even in some of the other temples. So if you want to pursue more to try to find the lady represented here, you can certainly check any of these places out.
Yeah, I think in the meantime, I'll maybe do a little lookup to see who she's aligned with here.
Yeah, so those
I
are those
guess
are the
that'll help you,
main.
and then
That was the
yeah,
main temple there. Um, the main temples that you would be able to access.
yeah, I might rummage around some of the smaller ones as well, and to see if there's anyone who's selling any like scented incense to burn and whatnot.
So yeah, you can definitely find holy supplies and materials that would meet the requirements there for sure. So whatever the rate is for those items, you can just take straight from the PHP, and you would have access to those things. If there's something not listed there that you want to know if they have it or what the price would be, I can fill in blanks. But as you're looking around and checking out some of the different area, you actually notice that there is a construct that is animated and walking around and appears to be made out of books. It's like a walking pile of books walking between a couple of the temples that is unmistakable to you and something quite unusual.
Do I notice which temples it's walking between, or
It walks between. It seems to be heading from Denir's temple. I didn't. That's not in the thing I pasted, so that should have put that as well. It's walking from. Mostly, it seems like it's going from Tamir's temple to Ogma's temple. The Domes of um, Reason is the name of that temple. So it seems like it's performing some task, is what it seems like it's doing, like delivering something back and
or
forth.
okay.
So yeah, so is there any materials that you needed that you wanted to price out or see if these are available?
I think I can grab them from the PHP.
Okay.
Yeah, making you look that up, but yeah.
All right.
No, I'll probably just, spend the better part of a day or two kind of rummaging around here.
That might be the best
Looking,
place to get healing, right?
I guess,
Definitely.
yeah, do they
Definitely.
have like potion supplies, or do they sell any of that stuff here?
So yeah, so what you notice is happening here is that there's definitely healing available. It looks like there's cleansing from poison available and cleansing from disease offered as services in all of those um, great temples that are here. So again, whatever service you need from that respect seems to be available. The if you're looking for like potions and healing and whatnot, you can definitely inquire within the temples about healing. That seems to be healing potions seem to be something that would be readily available within the temples as well. Um, so
Do you guys want me to split the coin that we have on tap here? In how many ways?
we probably should. You should probably just split it between the four of you, as
All
evenly
right.
as you can, maybe, or keep a little bit in the
Well,
community chests.
that's what I was thinking. We'll drop the fractions and keep
Mm-hmm.
those in the community.
Good.
I'll drop it in chat in a minute. My list is there now too. So keep going and I'll let you know when I drop it.
Sure. I guess if I were looking for potions here, where do they What are they charging?
So your best bet, you think, after I'm assuming, like you said, you're spending a couple days, kind of familiarizing yourself and just checking out the activity, and you notice that the lady's happy hall, Lady Luck Tamora, she seems to have the best prices when it comes to healing potions. So if you want to inquire there, you'll find different grades of healing potions available, starting at 70 gold. That seems to be the best price that you've seen. Most of the other places are closer to 100.
Or I would probably, even like before Kurz is done with the money, I think I've got enough on hand to grab a couple of those, but just grab them.
What's Bart's payout there, Kurza?
Let's see. I'm down to the silver pieces now, so it's
He's gonna pay you in all copper.
well, no, I mean, for starters, it's like 12 platinum.
He's like, Bart can't even see through that thing in front of him. Just give him all the copper and he's happy.
Well, you can start with 12 platinum and 44 gold. How's that?
Oh, okay.
76 silver pieces.
Yeah.
So
That's
there's
still,
There you
quite
go.
a bit.
I've got 199 gold on my sheet from
Okay. So, yeah, so whatever you want to,
various things. So yeah.
I just want you to make sure that, yeah, so you can get them all for 70, as many of the, that you want.
Yeah, I'll just pick up two of them, I think. So
Okay. Yeah, and so may luck be with you.
Here you go.
Um,
There's the split.
That's the split. Okay, perfect. 12 platinum, 44 gold, 76 silver, 11 copper.
Awesome.
Awesome is right. A lot
That's
of
some good money.
work went into that. Um, and you still have other stuff. So,
Yeah,
let's see.
depending.
I think one of the things that you notice is, Bart, is that there's also a shrine, not a temple, but a shrine to Mistra. And I think, isn't Kurza a follower of Mistra, or is that?
I thought I had it listed on the players page design here, but
It might be
I
it
think
might be
they
on the old
dropped
sheet.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, they dropped it, but Mistress sounds fine.
Okay. Yeah, so I think, that would be something that you might find interesting and think that Kurza would find interesting. Other than that, the Denier, Temple to Denier is, one of the most notable things that you see there is that it's got a hall, like a hallway that has like hundreds and thousands of candles that light it, and so it like glows even in the day, the hallway to this shrine for Denier, where the golem is walking back and forth, um, from there to the Temple of Agma. So just another interesting, notable thing going on here.
quite a place. I see there's some areas of foliage and whatnot. Are they
Yeah.
like places of meditation at all or anything around here where one might sit down and contemplate their deity?
Yes, yes, it seems like there's a lot of common space and outdoor space that's really well maintained and seems like perfect for that purpose, and
Sure. So yeah,
widely accepted. So yeah,
I'd probably spend
you can find some peaceful spot.
a bit of time thinking and meditating on all the things I've seen recently, especially the voice near the Isle of Presper that still haunts my dreams.
Yeah, so I think as you do this,
Or-
do you have what I'm trying to think what we can roll for Bart. Let me just double check his. Yeah, so actually we'll just do a wisdom check. This will be at a -1.
I don't think I can click on Bart's token.
Um, let's see. Oh yeah, that's so weird. I don't know why it does this. Okay, now you should hopefully.
Yep. Big wisdom or little wisdom? Oh my.
That's what Chris was saying. I don't know. You may just have to go into the character sheet and roll from there. But if you can't get it to work because it's acting funky, I might have to remove those and spend some time trying to fix them. I was trying to make it easier, and I think I made it harder.
To roll. Yeah, we'll have to go from.
Or you can just hit a D20 on the die roller.
The name of that town that we came from,
Falls.
Dragon's Falls,
Oh,
or Dragon Falls. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's 11 out of 18.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you actually get the sense that Lyra's presence is not here, but that there are worshippers of her in Procampur. And so you get a sense of that. And one of the other things that Bart would have observed was that it seemed like there's an awful lot of nobles, folks that looked to be nobility to you, because they were not dressed in holy crests. They were dressed in more of the Procampur elite, and some things like that. So you would have observed a lot of activity with them going back and forth to the House of the Hand, which is a temple to Torm. And so that's something like that seems a little odd to you. Um, that might be like a curiosity that Bart would have. Otherwise, I think eventually you kind of tune out those thoughts, and you start to get this feeling about the you start to think about what you had heard and the vision that you had had, and it starts to kind of wash over you, and it starts to feel pretty real that you're almost back in that same position again where you're standing in the fog, and the fog is opening up, and in the fog you see this purple light, um, and it says he waits, and just in a pretty still voice, and suddenly the fog kind of rolls away. And so I think Bart would get a sense that his suspicion about the vision that he'd seen before feels very true and very valid to Bart, and like reaffirmed. So,
Right, yeah.
anything else that Bart is thinking or looking for in the Temple District?
He might wince every time the book golem walks in and out of the Veneer's temple with all the candles, but
Yeah, exactly.
other
Like, yeah, I think I thought that's kind of funny too. It's like this flammable moving creature is passing by a
right,
thousand lit candles, and how entertaining that would be to watch. Um,
yeah. Part of the reason he might stay here for a day or two is just to see if something goes down with that.
all right, so yeah, we'll kind of like leave him over there, and if there's anything else, we'll come
Yeah,
back to Bart. But for now, you've picked up a couple of some good knowledge and a couple of potions for sure. So, we can cut over to Molly, to Amithra, and anything that she'd like to be pursuing during
Yeah,
this couple
it's
days.
well. First off, I want to get the wagon repaired, like,
Hmm.
well, I guess properly, professionally,
Yeah.
because we kind of yeah, we kind of and yeah, even upgraded, at least like reinforced so that we
So,
don't run into that problem again.
okay. So yeah, you can get the wagon fully repaired, and if you wanted to sort of upgrade it to where it's more durable and doesn't slow you down as much, you could.
Because I'm used to driving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think like you would notice that, that this one's pretty basic, right? And you might ask for some metal to be wrapped around the wheels so that they're more durable, and that they use some different hardware to make it more stable and sturdy. And you get a quote basically to do that for 35 gold, which the going rate for a common carriage is 150. So
I'm gonna hold off on the upgrade. How about just for the repair?
15 to repair.
15. Let's do the repair now, and maybe I'll be back for the upgrade. I'm not quite sure if we're gonna be traveling by sea or land.
That's
But
true. Yeah, that's true. You might even flip this cart sooner than later. So, okay. Yeah, so you can get the repairs going. It'll take probably like 2 days for them to do it.
okay.
And I'm gonna say I'll give a Mithras token a place here as well.
I ask around if there's any fighting games, any arenas or anything like that in town.
I thought you might ask that. And yes is the answer for sure.
Yay!
Yes, there is an arena here. There's a little fighting pit that is where is it? Let's see. Um, trying to spot it here. Oh, so it's actually in the services district, is where the fighting pit is. And so you hear about the fact that you could fight in a pit there. Um, let's see, there's a point of contact that you can learn about named Shar, and
Shar, like the evil goddess?
no, not like that.
Okay. I'm just like, really? More like Charlotte.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
So Shar is someone I meet in the
Sharn. Yeah, there he is.
Shar.
Yeah, so Sharn is
Shar.
he's a half orc who is in charge of the pit area and the fighter roster, and he's unmistakable from the description that you hear. So
Yeah.
you can seek him out, but you would have to leave the Adventurers District and head over the Great Way to get there when you're ready to do it.
Yeah. That's probably what I would do with my time.
Okay. So yeah, so you basically exit, and as you do exit the Adventurers District, you notice like there's like a line of people to get out, and some of the people look um, pretty like upset, like they've been waiting for a while. And as you walk up there, one of the people turns to you and says, "They're going slow today. If you know another way around."
Actually, I'm new to the city. How would you recommend I get there?
Well, if they'll let you in, if they'll let you through one of these other districts, you might be able to get in to the Great Way a little more quickly from the merchant side. So, if you want to do that, or you can wait and try to exit through, this gate. That's up to you, but
Um, so I'm trying to get out through this Great Way here. I just
yeah,
pinged it.
right, yeah. So if I'm,
Yeah, and that's a no-go. That's a wait.
it looks like
I see.
they're. You get the sense that they make it very difficult for whatever reason at this gate, and you're you're
Ah,
you're not sure if the people in front of you are a part of it or affected by it, but that's what they're telling you.
got it. I'm just gonna go. Can I kind of like cut in line and see if I can just bribe my way through?
cut in line and try to bribe your way through.
Yeah,
Um,
I know how these things work. I mean, maybe
yeah.
not here, but we'll see.
So
Yeah.
when you get to the front, you notice that it seems like there is a human who's been stopped, who has the attention of everybody, all of the guards, where probably typically there are 4 guards that could be talking to 4 different people at any given time. And currently, when you get to the gate, all 4 guards are surrounding this single human who is dressed in a maroon tunic and is speaking with them.
So yeah, I might want to hold back and just, I don't want to interrupt. I want to maybe just listen to what's going on.
So okay, so if you would do no, what I guess it would be a wisdom check to see if you're able to hear any of it, unless you have another skill.
No, wisdom it is.
Okay.
So I click my token.
This will probably not work. You probably just want to. In fact, I know it's not going to work, so
Okay.
I'll turn these off for now because.
Right on. But then from the sheet, it's not. I'm just gonna roll. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch us back to the original sheets. I think. I just didn't want to get too many.
That is success.
Okay. All
My
right.
wisdom is 10.
Yeah, so yeah, you overhear that it sounds like that this man who's trying to leave might be a part of the Cormyrian nobility, and you hear him mentioning Cormyr and King Azun as he's sort of raising his voice a little bit, and he seems a little bit incensed that he's being slowed from passing. So he's putting up quite a stink.
You said Cormyr and something, but I didn't catch the something.
King, yeah, it's King,
Oh, the King of Cormyr?
yeah, King Azun. So you would have heard that before.
Uh-huh.
At least the name. You may not know much about him or anything, but
Right.
you do overhear that. And ultimately, it seems like one of the guards, 2 of the guards, excuse me, pull him aside and walk away with him. And as that happens, the other 2 guards who are remaining turn around and look at the rest of the line. And since you had sort of snuck up there, one of them looks at you and the other one looks at another person and waves you forward.
Oh,
And
that sounds good.
so you definitely cut in the line, and you hear a little bit of discontent behind you, but you approach and the guard says, what's your business leaving this district? Where is your business heading?
I'm actually heading to the service district to visit the arena. Got some business there. I'm a gladiator.
Do you have your hireling with you as you're traveling? Because you guys had a
yeah,
you had
Gregor.
yeah, Gregor.
We had 2. I
That's right.
don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Gregor. Yeah.
Okay.
He's
So
carrying my trident.
yeah, so it really supports you when you have someone following you with your weapon and it looks that obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually he at that doesn't seem to have a whole lot of questions for you. He says, "All right, make your way directly there, and good luck to you in the pits. We always enjoy a good show. Remember that. It'll get you a little more pay."
That's what I'm after. So yeah, I actually do want to discuss what are the terms, like if I were to have a fight or something, like, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So you end up meeting Sharn and at least are able to find his outfit where there's a couple of different folks who work for him that are preparing, and you can be offered essentially for an entry level fight where you're an unknown. There's a couple of different options that you have depending on how much risk you want to take. But if you want to do a fall down sparring match, basically it's like a point scoring match that you would be a part of against another warrior that they would select. That would be the lowest paying of the jobs that you could take, and if you successfully win that, you could win up to 5 gold depending on the attendance. And if instead you want something that's more risky, you can go into a submission combat, which is sort of a fight at your own risk situation where, and a combat like that is if you win it could yield you up to 50 gold. And then the offer of fighting to the death would get you 500 gold if you enter a fight where you promise to fight to the death.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd probably be interested in the submission fight.
Let's see. The other thing they have is a group battle where it's 2-on-2. Actually, it's a paired battle. So you can pair up and do the same options, all the same fight options with a pair against a pair that we just talked about, and everything would be doubled. So
Interesting. Like, they pair you up, or you have to supply the partner?
either way, yeah, either way. I mean, seems it's.
I look at Gregor and I'm like, yeah, you're not ready.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. You would be a little concerned about who your partner would be, and you would have to be pretty selective if they assign someone to you. But there's other people looking to fight, so you could try to make an alliance and figure out if there's another fighter that you would want to fight beside, or you could bring someone from your party or whatever you want. But either way, they're more than willing to try to help you get into a position where you would give your life in front of a group of people.
Sure.
So that seems very familiar to Amithra, that there's an economy here around pit fighting.
Yeah, I mean, we got 5 days, so if there's time to get me in for a submission fight, that way I'd really be able to like evaluate the fighters, and
that's a good idea, and you might be able to meet one
too much.
Okay.
Yeah, and in the meantime, I kind of want to just gather the gossip, like the gladiator gossip.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll have then some sense of who the key players are with the entire fight setup. You would probably even get to the point where you would know who the current main event attractions are, right? Because you would hear their names and people would say, yeah, that you're no Vastin, and you would hear this name uttered a couple times, Vastin, and so that might stick out to you as being somebody who's at the top of the ladder right now in the circuit. But there's a really weird mix of people that seem to be interested in the fights, just like you're accustomed to.
Okay. Yeah.
So they can get you in, and during this week-long time period, they can get you in for a submission fight pretty quickly. So you would have like a day or so to prepare for that, and then they'll set you up, and we can have you roll to see if you're able to win that combat.
Yeah, sounds good. And yeah, I'll watch the games. And with the mind of like maybe towards the end of my stay, placing a bet on who I think maybe this Avastin, to try and make some money on a wager.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay. Yeah, let me move you over here to the district where you're at. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Services. Yeah, so these are, let me find this. Yeah, these are the yellow roofs, and it's I think there's like a couple of restaurants that you see as well, kind of around this area. There's some servants and different businesses, and so this is just kind of mixed into almost an industrial area, if you will.
Okay.
So there's other things that you can be doing, and places you can be, walking around and checking out and learning even more. And yeah, so we'll come back to your matchup, but yeah, you're certainly picking up some good information. And how much of a bet would you be willing to place on one of the fights as you watch one of them? What kind of bet are you looking to make? Oh, I think I lost your volume.
Oh, I said I guess I'd be looking for a big score bet rather than a bunch of little bets. Based
Okay.
on what I know, my evaluation of their fighting ability and the gossip, being a fighter in among them, picking up on that.
Okay.
And I have, let's see, I have I probably wouldn't wager more than half of my resources. It's still considerable. So like 30 platinum and 24 gold.
Okay. So yeah, so if you want to bet on Vastin, he's sort of a favorite, and if whatever you risk, you could win half back. So those are the kind of odds you would get betting on him. That's how heavy of a favorite he is. But it still seems like, from your assessment,
Safest.
that's a safest bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to basically just type in how much you want to wager on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'll have you roll a percentile. And then I'll give you the outcome.
And what do you want me to do? Roll a d20?
Yep. So yeah, so you're kind of high roller. Not you're not, the highest roller, but you're able to place this bet with a lot of interest. I think a lot of people will take this kind of bet. And okay. And let's see. So he wins. He actually wins.
Okay.
So the outcome is that. Okay, yeah. So the outcome is that he's able to get his opponent to flat out submit, and the opponent that you watched him fight against was a pretty impressive looking dwarf, and he was bested by Baston, who is a human, and both of them were wearing what looks to be some scrounged up plate mail that's pretty nice actually, but it just doesn't match and fit exactly right. But he downs the dwarf, and there's a great cheer, and seems like a lot of interest just in this sparring session. And so you're able to get 12 platinum, as well as
sweet.
your 24 back. So you now have 36 platinum. And I'll pause you there, Molly, and just let me check in with Rodolfo and Ronnie. What's Ronnie gonna get up to?
Not much. You said there's a Timora's temple.
Mm-hmm. There is. Yep.
I'll pay a visit, and I will make a donation. To even my money, I will donate 4 GP, 6 SP, 11 CP.
Oh, the ladies' happy hall will be ringing out with cheer. Yeah, I think that there would be a lot of a bell ringing as you're making a donation of that size. And certainly you'd get some head nods and some smiles from the operators of the happy hall. Have a drink, my
That's
friend,
my objective.
on Timora.
Tomorrow we'll say if I have to drink or not. I flip a coin.
Love it.
If it's even, I will drink. If it's not, I will not drink.
Oh,
Tomorrow said not to drink this time, my friend.
tomorrow, friend. Tomorrow, come back when you're ready. The lady awaits as always.
Perfect. After that, I will just, if I recall correctly, Persa will be making the identification, right?
Yeah, once we're done with Ronnie, we're gonna cut back to Kurza, who's gonna go through the list of magic items, and then we'll see what he's able to
Okay.
learn.
Alrighty.
I will keep Curse's company to be sure nothing happens to him. He'll be working hard, I believe. I never saw a wizard work.
Mhm.
So I'll be around, just keeping guard, keeping my eyes
Okay.
peeled in case of something funny happens.
All right,
Sure enough.
sounds good.
I think the first thing on our wonderful list was Ronnie's ring, or Rodolfo's ring.
Okay.
Ronnie.
All right. Let me.
Oh, bloody hell.
Rodolfo doesn't like rings, doesn't like anything on his hands and body. Has a lot of.
Okay, so do you know what Rodolfo's ring is supposed to be there, Jamie?
Ring.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Yeah.
All right, let me know when you are ready. It's the 4th level, 40% chance.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. And you have a 40% chance you. What were we doing here?
Yeah.
So we had the 41 was the first attempt.
I was just hitting a bunch of stuff on the.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll start now. Whatever you want to roll, we'll count this first one, whatever your next roll is.
40.
Right on the button. Right,
Whoa!
you got it on the
Nice.
button.
Yes,
All the
barely.
money.
Timora smiles on you.
Yeah.
We can only hope.
Okay, yeah. So this ring appears to be a ring of human influence.
Ooh.
Wow.
So it has the effect of raising the wearer's charisma to 18 on and any encounter actions with humans or humanoids. So it's not specifically just against the human race, it's all the humanoids basically. The wearer can make a suggestion to any human or humanoid with a saving throw, and you can charm them up to 21 levels per hit dice.
Wow.
Just like the wizard spell, basically, charm person. So it's pretty much a charm person on your finger. A little more powerful than the generic one, but let's see.
Yeah, if the guard discovers you, hey, buddy,
I think
I was never here.
It's available to you once per day, and suggestion is the other. So you can do suggestion or charm person once per day with it.
I think it's a powerful weapon.
Yeah, just think of Obi-Wan Kenobi and the stormtroopers
Mm-hmm.
when they were going to the town there.
Yep. Jedi
These
Ron.
are not the droids you're looking for.
This is yeah.
I am more of the I think more of a guy we have here in Brazil. It's a kind of a hypnotist, or kind of soul man. He is Argentinian in fact, but he works here in Brazil. He he takes people to the stage and makes them eat onions and make them cluck like chicken, and afterwards they don't remember a thing.
Oh, a
It's
hypnotist. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and by the way, his name is Rodolfo too. So I'm inspired.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll buy a bag of onions.
There you go. Sure, definitely. Many
Yeah.
variety.
Yeah.
All right. What's next, Kurza, for
Mithra's sword.
let's see. This was a long sword, right? I think this is the long sword.
Oh, short sword, short sword.
Oh, okay.
The one I found with the nose, I think.
Yeah, and you gave it to me so that I could hit the whites, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Well, it doesn't really matter because I missed the roll.
Okay.
So what does that mean? It's inscrutable.
Yes,
We can try
at least
again
for the
another
moment.
time.
At
Yeah.
his current level, it means that
Yep.
he could attempt it at
Gotcha.
next level.
Gotcha.
So whenever you get really close to the next level, you should do this and then try again shortly thereafter, right?
Yeah, really.
Metagaming.
Right.
Well, I mean, we just got the pearls, so now we got to use them.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
the small box with dust and gem.
Small box with the dust and the gem. Okay.
Yep. Not sure where that came from.
From that nose lair where that small creature used it to lair up.
That's right.
Well,
Yeah,
91 is not going to work.
Not gonna work.
Okay. What else
The
you got?
Black Raven statuette is next.
Yeah. That's Bart's favorite.
That one still doesn't work either.
Okay.
Your
So-
40% is more like 50%.
I know. This
15%.
1, 2, 3, 4.
just missing here.
So
and
that's a day's worth. I can move on to the next day if you like.
yeah, definitely.
All right, so we got a dagger with gems from episode 15,
Yeah, I know what those are.
and I got a 7.
Oh, so you.
Yeah.
So we did identify those.
Yes. Let's see. 1 second. Let me find this.
Very special dagger.
Just want to double check it. You only had one of these, right? This was just the one
Yeah.
that you found. Okay. Yeah.
We had it was a dagger with some gems on it. That was magical.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is a dagger of throwing.
Comes back to your hand.
Yes. So I'll give you the exact description here.
A boomerang dagger.
Like a boomerang dagger.
Yeah, throw it, comes back to your hand for the next round.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, this appears to be a normal weapon. Let's see, but radiates strong magic. Balance is sturdy. Blade's perfect. The magic
Plus
of the
one,
dagger enables it to be hurled up to 180 feet. So
Wow.
so it's like a long distance.
It's like a longbow.
Yeah, it's a long distance throw is what it is. So a successful hit when it's thrown will inflict twice normal dagger damage. So
Just think,
does,
Ronnie. Oh, he's getting away.
So it's double damage from a normal dagger. It is 180-foot range, and go ahead, Ronnie, and roll a. Or I'm sorry, whoever is. I'm saying Ronnie because I'm assuming his eyes lit up most. Roll a percentile.
Me or Ronnie?
Ronnie rolled it. It's plus
Okay.
3.
Holy mackerel.
Whoa.
You were one
Wow.
away from it being plus 4. If you had rolled a 91 or better, it would have been plus 4. So it's
You've got a new weapon that's going to be used every time.
yeah, Ronnie made out here on this
Uh,
identification so far.
the by the way, Procampur is in need of a new ruler or a new boss because I think with these two weapons I can rule Procampur on my head,
Yeah.
standing on my
There you
head.
go.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
the
is your
Medusa is
place.
going down, my friends. Medusa is going down.
Yeah, really. Hit her from behind.
Yeah, you'd be pretty far away too.
Oh, yeah.
You sprinkle some dust of disappearance. You keep your distance and just
Mm.
spike the Medusa with the dagger.
Just keep your eyes closed too.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, plus you
Piece
probably
of
get
cake.
your extra dice for the rogue's special ability there.
Yeah, that's true.
The
What-
rogue's what?
Backstab, maybe? Is that
Yeah.
what you mean?
Yeah.
Backstabbing, backstabbing.
Yeah, add the backstab
Thief
roll,
skills,
and
Yeah.
in addition to the double dagger damage plus 3.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
She's
Yeah, it
toast.
would be a quadruple damage really from a normal dagger anyway. So
2 die 4 plus 2 die 6 plus 3.
Pretty brutal. Yeah.
That would be. How about the ring from the cultist dungeon?
Wow.
sure. Let me know if you
There was one.
29. We did get it.
got
Good
another one.
job.
You know what? This one I don't have, so I'm gonna just let you roll it. How about you roll it for me, Chris?
All
And
right.
roll a, let's see.
A D100 probably.
Well, actually, no, it's gonna be a,
Trying to remember the tables.
just roll, let's see, roll a, D6 first.
Okay.
Oh,
Got a
okay.
5.
Okay, you got on the, better table. Now
Woohoo.
roll a 20, D20.
13.
Alright, this is a ring of warmth. So it provides the wearer with enough body heat in basically any condition, including extreme cold. Even if you had no clothing whatsoever, it restores any damage caused by cold at a rate of 1 per turn as well. And provides a savings throw
Wow.
bonus versus cold-based attacks of +2. And reduces damage sustained by cold by -1 per die.
We
Wow.
Would
can
have
go
been
White
would have
Dragon
been
hunting
nice.
now.
That would have been really nice on that mountaintop where you found this. Actually,
Yeah,
so it's
Mhm.
kind of a perfect thing, actually. But yeah, it's a
no
ring of
doubt.
warmth.
Well, then we have a magical belt from the White's treasure.
Yep.
So let's see what we get on that. A 92. Guess it's still going to be a mystery. A magical
bother.
ring from the White's treasure.
Okay. Oh, that
33. Got that one.
one worked. Adam, how about you roll D6,
Oh,
please,
let's see. There it is.
and D20.
Ooh.
It's all right. That doesn't. It just means you're on the lesser value table, but there's still good stuff.
Yeah. It's magical.
Okay. Let's take a look at this before I say anything. Oh, Ring of Protection. So this is protection seems like protection +1.
You gotta take that, Curza.
That's what I was just thinking. That would be really useful.
Yeah.
All right, so all that's left is potions, really.
Okay.
So let me grab the potion list, and we'll start from the top.
It's so much more fun having you guys roll the result, to be honest with you. I don't even
I
want
like
to
it.
look it up anymore. I just want to have you roll on these tables.
It's Kevin Madson's effect.
We have some kind of potion with alteration magic from episode 14.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Actually, that one I know exactly what it is, but okay.
Yeah, but we don't.
You don't know yet.
Right.
Alteration.
5. Yep, 5 potions from episode 15.
All right.
So 1, yes. 2, no. 3, no. 4, no.
Goodness.
How about 5? There we go. 1 and 5.
Okay.
Or 2 and 5, right?
Yeah.
You got the first one?
Yeah.
2 and 5.
No, number 1 and number 5.
Yeah, he
The
meant
38
the
is
roll
12.
number of the 5
I
rolls.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
But yeah, I was with you. I was thinking the same thing. So, let's see. So, Molly, how about you'll roll a D6?
All right.
And D20. Okay. So one of that first potion, number 1, is a potion of ESP.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Very good. Very good.
Interesting.
Man, I mean, you guys are gonna have some good things to try. I'm not exactly.
Yeah, the ring of warmth. That was from the cultist dungeon, right? Okay. So I'll take that off there. We got the ring from the White's treasure, which is the +1 that I'll take. So we have, all right, so we got a potion of ESP, and what is the other one?
The ESP potion bestows an ability in the same way that the 2nd level wizard spell of the same name is, and it lasts for 5d6 rounds. So if you want to check that out, the ESP spell, it's 2nd level. And then so number 5, how about we'll have Adam roll this one, D6 then D20, please.
Got rid of the dagger with gems.
Adam, could you roll D6?
Oh, sorry, I thought somebody else was rolling it, but here you go. And a 20.
Okay.
Wow. It's very bad or very good.
It's very good. It's very good because you have to make more rolls. That's when you know it's very good.
Oh,
Roll again on
roll
table
another
1C.
roll a D20, please. You're gonna love this.
oh my.
Oh, wow.
2.
Well, again?
Okay,
Getting all
so
those low rolls out of the way.
a
Potion of what?
A full potion of this drought must be consumed for its effects to be felt. It will influence 1 or 2 giants like a charm monster spell. Control lasts for 5d6 rounds. If only one giant is influenced, it is entitled to a savings throw versus spell with a -4 penalty. If 2 are influenced, the die rolls gain a +2 bonus, and you're weakening the effect of, let's see. The type of giant subject to this particular potion is a stone giant. So it's a potion of giant control.
Stone
Well,
giant
For stone
control.
giant, yep.
So oddly specific.
Yeah.
Wait. Wild stuff. Let's see. What is left? We have 2 potions from the cultist dungeon.
Okay.
1. Got it. And 2? Nope.
All right. Molly, you want to try another one? Do a 6 and a 20.
Sure.
Let's see what we get.
Oops.
Mm-hmm. 6 and 4. Okay. This is a filter of persuasiveness. That's a lot. Let's see. What does it say that it does exactly? When this potion is imbibed, the individual becomes more charismatic, gaining a bonus of +5 on reaction dice rolls. The individual is also able to suggest, per the 3rd level wizard spell, and once per turn to all creatures within 30 yards. Wow. Wow, you
Dang.
can suggest to all creatures within 30 yards.
Crowd control.
Yeah, this is crowd control. This is
I think will be a circus act.
you guys you're getting a whole bag of tricks right now. Yeah, it's interesting how that will kind of play with some of the other things you've gotten.
The team.
Yeah. ESP, some persuasiveness, some
You've got the ring that does some similar things where it influences humans.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'll be
We are
formidable.
mind controllers.
Yeah.
I
All
don't know.
right.
Those seem like those should go to Bart. That's just my take. They're so like mental, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ring of human influence. And that one.
Only
And he
2
did-
left.
He did lose a level too.
Oh well.
I got it back pretty quick. I mean, I got better.
And then we have 2 potions from the Ettins.
Okay. You can hit that one.
Yep. And nope. Got one of them.
All right. Go ahead, Chris. Do a D6 and a D20.
A 6 and a D20. 3 and 10.
Okay. Oh, well this one's handy as well. It is a potion of levitation.
Very good, very good.
So
All kinds of interesting stuff.
definitely you got, and the see, this is that moment too when you realize you've been walking around with all of this stuff and how much easier
Yeah.
it could have made your life had you only known.
Damn straight.
But yeah, now you know. So you know, you don't even know half of what you have. That's the other crazy part. But you got a pretty good amount there figured out.
Oh yeah.
So actually, if you guys are okay with it, I know we kind of skipped the mid-session break, but I do need to take one. If you guys are okay with just a 10-minute break, then we'll come back and get into the last bits here and see what else we want to take care of, and you can figure out who's going to take some of these items. Does that work
Sounds
for you?
good.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, that's all.
We only burned 3 pearls.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty good.
You got quite a few left. All right, I'll be right back.
Wait a bit.
All right, we're ready. All right, so Chris, is there anything else tucked away in the inventory that we missed?
We
Or
just ran through everything.
okay.
So we've got a few left, but I think we found a lot of interesting stuff. And if nobody minds, I'd like to get that +1 ring.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Go for it.
And that leaves us with some interesting stuff, too. We've got a ring of warmth. Who wants that? Something to keep our cleric alive?
I was just gonna say something to keep our wizard alive.
I love it.
I got another hand for another ring, so sure,
Oh,
I could
okay.
take that. We've got
Up to you, yeah. It sounds interesting, but yeah.
it's got a lot of interesting powers to it, depending on the situation. Mostly defensive, though, which is nice. Potion of ESP, potion of stone giant control.
Uh,
Not great.
I can grab potions if you guys want, or
Yeah,
Sure.
I think that makes a lot of sense if Bart becomes sort of the catch-all for the unwanted potions, because you never know. You never know what it could be.
You'll never.
I think that it's the mystery, and that he's sort of your most mysterious character.
stone giant ESP. Okay, we got those jotted down.
And then what else was there? Yeah, there was this one. There was this one.
Hmm.
All kinds of fun stuff.
Yep.
Okay, I will take the Dust of Disappearance that Rodolfo has off the list. The Ring of Warmth. And all the potions, and we'll see what we have left. That's not bad. There's not much here left over.
If you want to paste it, I can't, for some reason, still open the things. Are just blank white right now, so I don't want to refresh and lose any of the other stuff that is working.
Here you go. I just finished the edit. I posted all the potions.
We to jot the potions down, or was somebody interested
Yeah.
in one of those?
I thought you were going to take them, Adam.
Yep, I'll jot them down.
Yeah, for some reason it doesn't display the inventory and loot. Okay, I guess there's a different way I have to do it. I see. So you should be gem wise. Did you? Didn't you trade this emerald gem and this other gem as well, or is that?
We got 70 gold of gems left over.
Oh, okay.
Because you said 2,000
Oh, I
gold
got you.
worth.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I got you. That's right. It was 2070. I forgot. Okay. So you've just got rations, some clothing, a key, an unidentified potion. You know, that could be the fun part to me. Give the unidentified potions to him as well.
All
Write
right.
these down quick. Wow, we'll try
You,
this.
you know,
Glug,
if
glug, glug.
might as well have that all together, and maybe he goes
Sure.
for a known, and maybe he goes for the unknown bag. You know, who knows? But only Bart will know.
Bart will have to put in
Potion,
a potion
potion
belt.
Russian roulette.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to add a potion belt to his character portrait or something.
A bandolier
That's a
of
good idea.
drinking.
That's a good idea. Yeah, the potion roulette, right? That's good, Rodolfo. Oh,
Here, drink this.
No harm, no foul.
it feels a lot like roulette. Um, all right,
Like
so
trying to cast a wand of wonder.
Oh, Wonder of Wonder is really.
it's pure randomness, you know. It's pure random, which is fun. It's
It
super
did work
fun.
out. It did work out
One
great for
identified
both
potion.
players. It's a great
What's that,
thing.
Adam?
Just one unidentified potion, right?
I think there were three, right? Because you had hit on 1 and 5, but you missed on the middle 3.
Oh, man.
So should be.
Yeah, we had 3 potions left from episode 15. A potion left from episode 14. And then 1 potion from the cultist dungeon. And a potion from the Etten lair.
Jesus.
Yeah, we still got a bunch left. Plus, we have a statue of a black raven, a small box with dust and a gem, worth $5,000.
So where were we?
This might be the place to sell that. This city, huh?
Hmm.
All the money here.
I'd like to identify it first, see what magical
For sure.
properties it
Oh,
has.
sure. Yeah. Oh, it's magic. I thought it was just like an art.
Oh, no. Otherwise, we would have sold it already, I'm sure.
Did you want to go through the potions quick? I'm just looking at the sheet. I'll just jot them down on my sheet here too. 3 were from episode 15.
Yeah.
1 was from
episode 14.
Or 14. 1 was Altus Lair and then Etten Dungeon.
Yeah.
Okay. So 14 was the alteration magic. Do we want to take them off of this other sheet then if I'm jotting them down?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. I'll make sure I got them all, then I'll edit it here.
You know, that goes all the way back to the Knolls. That's where that's from.
The alteration magic one?
Fifth, yep. Yeah, it's crazy.
Put a note down here. Or number 15 is?
That's 15. Yeah, that was 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's 1 from 14, but we haven't had any pearls, so I couldn't identify anything.
Right.
Yeah. Now you're pearl heavy.
For the moment.
Temporarily, yeah. Until you start rolling better, or get 1 more level under your belt and get it more to a coin flip.
Yeah, really, 50-50.
Hers is just like slaving away.
Yeah.
The whole period, right?
It'd be funny, like you might only go in and out to sleep, and the whole time he's like sitting in one spot and never moves.
I'm making sure.
Or I'm sleeping. Because after I cast it, I lose 8 constitution after I cast it.
I'm bringing you good food. I don't know where there'd be good food,
that's
but
a good call.
There's gotta be good food here, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You guys have like now gone to 3 of the 8 districts, I think. So you would have, and especially in the adventurers district, there's a lot of good food. So you would have like probably given him whatever he needed. But he might have been so enwrapped in this that he wasn't even too hungry. So at the same time, it's produced some really cool things, and I could almost envision like the moment when you all walk in and he's done with everything and he's like exhausted and he's like, this is what I've found, on the table, just sitting on the table, what he knows and what he doesn't know, you know. So now
Well,
everyone's
at
a little
least we found
shinier.
Rodolfo's ring.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll have to try later for the weapon.
Yeah. Well, everybody
When do you
now has something I think they got from this, or a couple things. So, um, you probably got a couple more waiting for you in your pile right now.
you can try
And
again,
sure.
Urza, at sometime?
Next level.
Okay.
Which
But
he's
anything we,
pretty. Well, you're in the middle, I think, still, somewhere. So
I'm
you're
somewhere
5,000 or
around,
so, yeah, away.
just 13,000, 14,000
Well,
is about where I'm sitting.
you do get the experience for the identification, so you're gonna get
Yeah, 3 of
Oh,
those.
nice. He's
a
gonna get
bulk.
a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
experience for identifications. It's huge.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
awesome.
300 XP just for that. That's cool.
Yeah, I'd love that you do the class XP based. That's a great thing in second edition, I think.
I do too. I like the customized XP. It makes it like a boon for the wizard, because they
Yeah, and
grind.
it should. Yeah, they do.
They grind.
It's a long grind.
All right. Well, I think so. There's a couple of things that we can still run through. And maybe by now, all of you would have had a chance to hear about Amithra getting herself signed up for a match, a sparring match, basically, where it's like a knockdown point sparring match. And so we can roll those checks here to see how she fares, and if she's able to earn up to 5 gold for that.
I can't help it. I can't help it. You know?
She's returned to her roots, and
Yeah.
and she's also earning an income potentially that's going to help make things easier too. So, um, let's see. Go ahead. I think this would be basically um, a battle where you're going to have to use the same weapon as one another, and it's going to be randomly chosen weapon. So you're going to roll a d10, and I'll tell you which weapons that you guys are going to be using. Okay, it's going to be a club, and the instructions are not to kill each other because they still want to earn more money from you, and that you're to put on a show so that people want to come and watch you play again or fight again. So, that's sort of their direction to you, obviously. And you get paired up with, let's see. Let's see. You're actually going to fight another human male who appears to be wearing a hide armor, and looks pretty wild, actually. He doesn't look too well kept.
Okay, so like an oath.
The club fits him perfectly,
Shit.
and
It's not my favorite weapon.
and so he's definitely starts to talk a little bit of trash towards Amithra right away, and starts to try to get her to fear him or start to overthink it. So I guess if you would, because I think you're an intimidator as well, right? How about we'll do opposing intimidation checks to see which of you is winning the head game first.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have...
I can choose to do it charisma-based or strength-based. I guess that depends on how the approach would be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll go charisma based, and I will. Yeah, I will just kind of show off my prowess. Like, she's a nimble. She have tumbling, and
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna show him that he's fighting a professional, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Like this is not your first time here, just from the way that you're able to move. That would be apparent. So okay, so go ahead and make your intimidation check, and then I'll oppose it. All right, so
That is
he's
success.
okay.
His intimidation, I think it carries a negative, even
Um,
if it does. I have it.
there we go. So I think it gets his attention that he's maybe started off calling you a little girl and now suddenly has shut his mouth.
You're gonna
Um,
eat your words.
but at the same time he looks strong enough so to do something with the club. So go ahead and roll initiative and we'll see which one of you goes first. And I need to add her.
And then, what's the speed factor of a club?
Oops. Let's see, what is the speed factor of a club? It is 3, no, 4.
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter if it's just him and I. That part of it. If we're both, but it does matter because we might fight unarmed. Yeah. So 9.
Okay, what did it do? Oh, so you're at a 9, okay. I don't know why it's like the old one in there. All right. And all right, you're gonna go first.
Okay. I'm gonna start out just right away and try and fake him out. Like, I don't really know how to fight with a club. And use arena acting.
Success. So,
Ah.
what's the action then? How would you
Oh,
describe?
what is that? What is that? Oh yeah, the action is like yeah, like I'm gonna sort of fumble with it, so his guard is down, and then like use it in an unconventional way. So instead of like swinging it wide, I'm gonna like bring it up and try and
Mm.
smash his jaw or something.
Like maybe it's like you acting like it's a little too heavy, but then all of a sudden
Sure,
you
yeah,
lift it like an empty milk
yeah,
jug and it slams
yeah,
the top of
yeah,
the fridge, which in this case is his jaw.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
okay.
I like that. I like that. Okay. I don't have. I'll just roll d20. I'm not proficient, so I think it's -2.
Yep. That shouldn't be too big of a problem. Let's see, where is he? Okay. Let's see.
Plus, yeah, no, that's it. So 10.
10.
Oh wait,
So,
arena actually gives me something, doesn't it? Give me hold on.
yeah, I think you have
Right.
something for that. And you're at a... His AC is a 7.
Okay.
So I think this bonus matters. If you get a +1 or a +2 for arena acting.
I see. I see. Is it at though? Yeah, it's like oh wait. It didn't get copied over. I'm gonna have to pull it up.
Yeah, I definitely need to get us back to the other character sheets.
I like the old character sheet
Yeah,
better.
I can't stand these. This has gone too far. I'm gonna find a way to get the old ones in here and painstakingly make sure everything's copied correctly because these are awful. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I ever switched to them. I think it was because we had to try a new instance for whatever reason and I just wanted to see what they were like, so but yeah, so
I've almost got it.
no problem. would any of the others come to this event?
I hope so. Except for Kurza.
Do you think Bart and
Well, hey, it's after
Ronnie
the.
would have?
I did that for 3 days,
So
so
okay,
if it's
so
after
Okay,
that, I'm
it's
there.
a plus. If I'm successful on the roll, it's a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls. I can only use it once
so
per.
that's a hit. Yeah, so that's a hit.
Yep. Yeah, so
Awesome.
that is, oh, awesome. Yay.
Yeah, and so yeah, like for Ronnie and Bart, if I'll give you guys the ability to interfere if you want in and give her a +1 if there's some action that you want to attempt to give her some advantage or to distract her opponent. Also, you guys would have the option of engaging in bets on the match. So because she's unknown and the guy he's fighting is relatively just unknown, it's a pretty even bet right now.
So I actually put my name on the ledger as Artemi, which is a Mithra backwards, because I don't.
Mm. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Bart,
cool.
Bart might see if he can, angle his face with his shiny mask to
Mm.
put some light in her opponent's eye, perhaps.
Yeah, and you're
I'll
holding
just
the lantern, right? Or the smoke with the
Yeah.
chain. So maybe that even has a, if you're
Nice.
swinging that, right, or something, like it's pretty distracting.
Maybe Ronnie can suggest someone else interferes, like and jumps into the ring to interfere.
No, I think I can hit.
Some
I
other
think I can
innocent
handle it.
bystander
Yeah.
decides to jump in. Yeah.
I won't toy with Mitra's honor. She must win fair and square. But I will heckle the guy to the bones. I will heckle
job.
all the
Yeah.
way.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I'll call out
All
his
right.
mother, his sister, third generation up and down. I will say his hair is bad looking,
his mother
his face
smells.
is bad looking. Everything I can think of. I will heckle the guts out of him.
Your mother smells
Nice.
of elderberries.
Well, he's
Your mother is not a man. Your dad is not a woman.
he looks like he's in over his head right now. And he swings pretty awfully and misses with his club. So it'll go to the next round. Go ahead.
Did I hit him? Do I roll damage or no?
Oh yeah, I'm
Should
sorry.
I roll
Yeah,
damage?
you well, it's basically like a hit system because this is non-lethal, supposed to be
Okay.
non-lethal. So unless
okay.
you're intending to do more damage than
No, I'm
just
doing some dual damage, but I
Yeah.
just wanted to note that it would be at +3 because of the reenacting.
Yeah, so I mean, unfortunately, even like the light strikes are taking damage, so I am gonna track that. So if it's +3, let me put that in here. All right. Oops. All
And then
right.
he misses, you say?
Yep, he missed. He rolled a 7, so he can't hit you with that. So it's back up to you or Mithra.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack him again with it. This time I'm gonna just try and clobber him with it, like I've seen people fight with clubs. It's kind of awkward to me, but
It's still even odds for any of the betters. All
so
right.
that's gonna be at 17. So that
Yeah. Yep. All right. So yeah. So where you? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, where were you trying to aim?
At his head. Like that's what I was in clobber him.
All right. So sort of straight down on his noggin. All right. Is your intention to try to knock him out?
Yeah.
If you can. Okay.
Well, no, actually, no, actually, because
Okay.
I probably want to string this along, right?
You
That's what
might
people are like-
start to think that a little. Yeah.
That's what I know what people pay to go to this too. So yeah, like I want to hit him just hard enough to really make him see stars. But
All right.
Yeah.
So okay. So he's gonna take. So is there any other pluses to that? To your damage that would have been caused?
just +1 strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strength.
All right. So yeah. So he's looking. quite annoyed and a little more enraged as he charges back in now and swings his club with a little bit more
Oh, a little bit more
rage. He matches your
rage.
rage, right? So he
Yeah.
returns fire here, and swings. And let's see, it it appears that he might be swinging to hurt you, is what you
Yeah,
feel like.
he's not holding back
Yeah,
duel.
you don't think he's holding back much, if
Wow.
any.
Wow.
So he's actually,
Yeah.
when he hits you with this, you feel 3 damage from it.
Okay. I see how this is going.
Yeah, and with that, the odds swing in his favor in the betting arena. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
there's just a lot of people that like to see it now. So you're hearing, the crowd's getting a little more into it. So
That's good.
it is good. Yeah, you know how to put on a show. This is like probably like a wave of nostalgia for Mithra at this point, or
Yeah,
Arthemy.
she's high. She's swimming in the high of it. Yeah.
Go ahead, and you can try again, or if there's anything else you want to do to your opponent.
Can I like can I trip him in some way? I kind of want to just
Yeah, I think you
really
can
humiliate
do
him.
a pretty much like a called shot to trip him.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. But I'm almost better off doing that unarmed, right? In a way.
Yeah, so what you could try to do
Or
is just do like a kick almost attack
yeah.
or
Yeah,
punch
that's
or
what I
something
think.
that would.
So like not at -2 anyway.
hmm Let's see.
Oh yeah. I think so. All shots -4 though, so
Oh yeah, you got it. Definitely.
yeah, I just want to like send it down flat on his face.
Okay, so roll, let's see. What is the...
I know there's like tripping rolls for.
Yeah, I was looking
I
for...
don't know them offhand though. I've never actually used it. But...
No worries, I'll look it up here. Just take a second.
So what do y'all think of this town? Just out of character now, just meta while he's looking up stuff. This town is
Place.
it's pretty nice, yeah. But I sort of feel like that everyone's watching us. Like I don't know. I feel kind of paranoid here. Can't quite put my finger on why. But...
So roll a
He was very
d20. I'm gonna throw.
What's
Sorry.
that?
Can you roll a d20?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. And roll a percentile, please. Okay. Yeah, so you're able to kick him behind his ankle on the back of his leg and pull his weight forward on his leg and kind of throw him backwards. And he actually hits his head on the ground, but he doesn't get knocked out or anything, but he falls that suddenly. And so with that, the odds swing in your favor. It seems like the bettors now have taken notice of the Mithra, and it's actually his turn now. So he's going to attempt to stand up and spend his moments just getting back to his feet. So it's going to be back to Mithra.
Okay. Well, this seems to be his vulnerable spot. He doesn't seem to be. He seems to be relying on that club too much. So I'm gonna go for a wrestling attack on him.
Okay.
And I have. Well, I believe I have specialization. see. Yeah, the juices and wrestling. So,
While we were doing this too, I think you guys, if you're trying to continue to watch the match, you notice that it looks like in the crowd of people that there's a couple of people that are kind of pointing and talking about Amithra, and it looks like that. Oh, did that work?
I guess that's just going to be my wrestling attack.
Oh, okay.
Where you'd roll on the table and everything. So,
Well, real quick, for Ronnie and Bart, if you guys could both roll a wisdom check for me, just
Ooh, the first wisdom check I failed.
wow, that's hard to do for you. How can the halfling be
Dang.
wiser than our resident wiseling?
Bart's just caught up in the whole spectacle of the event. He
Mm.
didn't realize Imithra was so entertaining to watch.
Mm.
I'll continue sipping wine.
That's true. This would be shocking, actually, right? To see her like it's almost like seeing like a rock star on the stage for the first time, right? Seeing Adam playing bass.
We've only seen her fight, serious fights. This is
Mhm.
probably something, completely different to a
True.
astute observer, perhaps.
Yeah.
True.
Well, where do I roll that, Jamie? There's no button.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm not. I don't know where is the button to roll wisdom
Oh,
on the character sheet.
let's see on yours.
There's no button.
I think we were just down to rolling.
Yeah, I think you would just
D20
roll a
written off
d20
by hand.
and we'll
Okay.
because our macros are broken, unfortunately. All right.
Okay, I'll just a moment.
So you're a wisdom 12 and okay. Oop. Yeah, unfortunately you guys don't necessarily know what these guys are up to, but looks like a something about this group of people is, seems like they're not just here betting and being like everybody else, and so that sticks out to you. But there are a lot of regular and other fighters here in the crowd, watching. So, you would there would be a pretty good mix of people here too if there's anything else that you guys are looking to do.
Are they in special seats? Specific, like a suite or something like that?
No. So these guys are just sort of some more dark clothed guys that are all sort of hanging out and looking real suspicious, basically. There is a suite area, if you will, like an elevated platform, and there's about 8 chairs up there, and only 2 of them are occupied at the moment. And it looks like a man and a woman are there watching from the top, dressed in some noble attire. But and they don't seem too particularly focused on the match at the moment. But they're getting more interested. They're kind of watching the crowd, so they like to see what's going on with the crowd. So
is it a full crowd?
it's
Full-
it's not
Full-ish?
it's like it's a little more than half full.
Nice.
So it's decent. Like when you
Yeah.
came here and you were scouting it out, this would be a pretty good crowd for one of these matches. A lot of them weren't as well attended. So whatever your time slot was and everything here kind of all worked out, and it seems like they time the fights as to when a lot of the people are leaving in the area, so that they pass by and stop and watch the fight. And if it's exciting, a lot of people will stop, and if it's not, they'll just walk by. And so you're doing better than average right now for sure. You're pulling in, interest. So that's good, and that kind of has things buzzing.
Oh, it makes them happy the longer
Mhm.
that we go, right? And that it's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, like they're trying to fill the place right now. Like their intention is to fill this place so they can sell the other things to these people, right? So, yeah, if you guys keep the entertainment going longer, and the fight's intense, and there's, you know, whatever back and forth, or drama to it, or entertainment to it, it will help you or help the crowd, and possibly your payout. So, so I think it is Artemis' turn. Is everybody good to continue for till like 12,
What are
20 more minutes?
these extra interested guys doing? As far as are they drinking? Are they identifiable in some manner? Tattoos?
So Kurza, this fight would have been while you were still preoccupied, but
So I can't be there?
well, I mean, you could have been if you wanted to be. I just wanted, if it would have been during all of your casting, right? During the week, at some point during the week. So if you think
Okay.
Kurza would have taken the break for a few hours
I would
to
have
go,
had
he could have.
3 days worth, so I could take a break in there.
Yeah, okay. I'm cool with that. I thought when we originally said it, I was only thinking Bart and Ronnie came along because that you were doing that, and I didn't know that you were thinking of coming. But I have no problem with Kurza being here.
Yeah, we
So
want to see. I want to see that.
roll
Want to see this great fight.
do a 20 sided for me.
Okay.
Okay. That's not what you want
And
with a ability check.
Last question was who's their, if they're drinking anything, who's the waitress or waiter?
There are a couple of them moving around. If you want to meet one of them, let's see. I'll give you the name. Let's see. What is it?
I'll just kind of mosey over to get myself an extra drink of whatever they're serving, and just kind of
there's
two of these guys over there, and
there's actually
you know.
there's like a human, and her name's Bex, and she's just short haired, and just sleeves rolled up, and is serving as many drinks as she can, and she looks like she's hustling to try to get people to buy drinks. So
Well,
you can
I'll
definitely
pass
buy
a
from
couple
her.
extra silvers with my purchase to get a moment of her time to see if if she knows who these guys are.
Oh, very well. How much what kind of coin are you flashing out of curiosity?
Well, I'll buy my second glass of wine maybe, and and I'll just top it all up to be 5 silver.
Okay. Oh, well, those guys, they're a little creepy, but they don't buy much of
Yeah,
they don't buy many of my drinks, so I don't really like them.
that's a shame.
Yeah, they're a little bit odd. They seem to be interested in that girl.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of odd too.
And and they have this 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 weird symbol on them. Did you see it?
No, what is it?
Yeah, it's like a flame with a dagger through it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yikes.
Mm,
Well, I just tell her thank you for your time, and
Well,
you know,
enjoy your
I
beverages.
appreciate the help. Thank you. And
And with that, she'll move along and keep hustling and getting the beverages out. The crowd is kind of growing. So now you're kind of getting towards like three-quarter capacity. As people are kind of coming in on the street to see what's going on more and more. So I think we're back to battle. Alu, I think, is up. And that's your opponent. And he's going to come in with that look in his eye again, that little crazy look in his eye. And he's swinging this thing forcefully at you. A little more forcefully this time than he did last time. At least that's what the read is on his level of effort. And he causes another 3 damage to you with the club.
Oh.
All right, so he with that, I think basically if we're keeping score, you've hit 3 times, including a knockdown. And so you're up right now on the score sheet, so to speak. He's hit you twice. So I think it's somewhere, the score is somewhere like around 4-2, 5-2, if depending on how they scored you is what's in your mind. So it's the first to basically give in or to 10. So you're right, right in the middle of it at this point. So it's back to Artemi.
Back to Artemi. Artemi is gonna while he's swinging, kind of really angered and all he's got. I'm gonna try and disarm him by like using his momentum to get it out of his hand. Like with a shove or something. Like I'm hoping to use wrestling because I've already reverted to wrestling. So
Yeah.
and I have specialism. So yeah.
All right. Sure. I think so. Do you also have don't you have a non-weapon proficiency for arena fighting? Or what is the
I have arena acting. That was what I already used right out the gate with it.
Okay. I was just thinking there was another way to influence the crowd.
Is there?
Well, I'm not sure if you have a skill or not that will, but you do have in your group you have the persuasive filter of persuasiveness, and you have a ring of human control, which are 2 things possibly that could be tapped into.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah.
What's the plan?
I come back down to the seats, and I'm assuming this is some kind of amphitheater.
Yeah. It's just like a round amphitheater where you're all able to look down to the bottom of the hill and see them fight.
I'll point out the people and what I found out about them to Ronnie.
Sorry, I don't get that. Say again.
I point out the people that are paying special attention to Amithra, and they have some of the flame with a dagger tattoo on them.
Sounds like maybe you could take this filter of persuasiveness if you made friends with the they'll be serving them drinks.
I like what you're thinking. That's brilliant.
Actually, I'm thinking the potion of ESP might be more productive to find out what they're thinking.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. It's better.
Yeah, that's probably better. You're right.
Because they won't have the guard up. They will be thinking whatever they are.
Yeah, I will drink that and go back to get in range of the potion. ESP, right?
Right. Yep. I'll take it off my sheet here if you're gonna chug it.
ESP spell. 5 yards per
at
level, maximum 90.
question for the others as you, or actually, well, I guess at this point specifically for you, Ronnie, because you would now realize this, that who they were. Would Ronnie make any effort to try to stay hidden from them, or
Not hidden, but not discernible among the crowd.
melting in?
And
Yeah,
yeah,
like
it's my
belongs here.
common the modus operandi,
Mm-hmm.
typical mode thief normal modus operandi. Just another one in the crowd, not getting any attention, and just listening and very careful to these guys. I'll be shadowing them out of here.
Are they already within like 50 feet?
Yeah, yeah. You. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's going to be within the range of the ESP potion. So I'll just read their surface thoughts to figure out what they're
Okay.
discussing.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of give you snippets of what you're hearing. It sounds like that they're kind of trying to figure out something about a Mithra and someone else that she might know, and you kind of hear one of them asking the question of, she'll lead us right where we need to be.
Have a
So they're going to
bad
follow
deal.
us. Or Emithra, rather. Now this matches the tattoo that's we've fought against these guys before.
Yeah, yeah. So that I think you would get the, it's like seeing through a crowd of people just suddenly, that you haven't locked eyes with them, or anything.
No.
They seem preoccupied on the fight, and they're not scanning the crowd much. And they seem to be discussing a Mithra and some plan to track her, and that they've been trying to track her. And that they're looking for somebody that she knows, and that's sort of what you catch from what they're saying, and it doesn't sound good what they want to do, but
Oh my goodness.
you would remember possibly seeing these guys back in Westgate, guys like this.
Westgate. That's
that was in the very beginning where
Starting
everyone.
point.
Mhm.
Oh, that okay, gotcha.
The pier, the tavern.
You believe that they're responsible for, or some component of them, the fire knives, are responsible for the markings on your arm and your friend's arms.
Well,
So
they are one of the portions of the tattoo,
they
if
are
I'm not
they are
mistaken.
they are a part of the tattoo, and they were operating in Westgate a little more openly. And when you were in Westgate, you had seen them. You had seen all kinds of things. Westgate was a very similar place where it was bustling, but there was a lot more crime, and there was a lot more underhanded things that were allowed to happen, and a corruption in their government. And so
Yeah.
the fire knives operated pretty openly there. But yeah, you remembered seeing them, several of them, the night you went to bed in the tavern, um, before you were woke up the next morning with your arms changed. So yeah, I think after that you've encountered them once on the boat. There was one I think that you found on the way to the boat that was creeping around, and so to see three of them together here, I think would give you some chills, you know, and it would strike a nerve.
Yeah. Well, either Amithra's planning on getting an unauthorized tattoo, or
So
No tattoos for me. No, 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 no.
you can go ahead though, Amithra, and attack or take your
Yeah,
next
so
turn.
that's my intention, is to try and disarm him by, because it's, you know, he's swinging it two-handed, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You know, he's probably swinging wide because he wants to really hurt me. So I want to try and use this momentum against him to kind of knock out of his hand.
Got it.
And I have a
does-
+1, so it's 12.
12.
And then
Okay.
minus whatever for the disarm. Is that -4?
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. -4. Yeah. So you're not able to get it to loosen from both of his hands. He's able to hold on to
Yeah,
it
he's
with
got a
one of his
tight grip.
hands. So he'll turn around and swing at you one-handed, sort of backhanding it towards you, and looks like he's now swinging for your head, not just swinging as hard as he can. So let's see. What is your AC?
Do I have my shield? Or no?
No.
No. 5. I mean, I have
5.
my
Oh,
my
yeah.
armor, right?
Okay.
I'm wearing my armor, right?
Yeah,
My
you have.
gladiator.
Yeah, you have. All, you're allowed to have all your armor, but your shield.
No shield.
So there was a roll you could have made where you would have had club and shield, but in this case, you
We
guys
didn't get
just
it.
got stuck with clubs. So
Yeah, just super primitive.
it is.
I'm hoping to disarm him and just like, let's throw down and let's just punch it out.
Yeah. All right. So, oh, I'm sorry, I pressed it again, but the first roll hit actually. So he is now swinging with the full thrust of this club. Let me double check. Did I roll it? So it's just 6, yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, and so yeah, he's you know knocking you back a little bit, you know, with these hits and making
he
such
is.
strong contact that
It's gonna swing back to him.
yeah, he's got the crowd coming back to his side a little bit, or at least, you know, maybe some of the stakes are coming back his way, but it's still, as far as in your head, the score, you know, seems like you still are in control of the fight. So, what would she like to do next?
Yeah, I'm not too concerned, but sort of getting pissed.
Is she doing any showmanship to, you know,
overcompensate?
hype up the crowd at all, or like anything like that to get the crowd going? Do you think?
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Something to turn the tides to me. Like, I'm gonna sing like some like childly nursery rhyme about the oaf with the club or something. You know, like while I attack him.
Yeah,
While
like
I wrestle him, I'm gonna wrestle him this time. I'm not gonna try a called shot. I'm just gonna throw it all in, you know, and try and get a good hold on him and stuff. Just to like, once I have him held down, then I can decide what to do with him. Unless does he seem really strong? He might break free, but
he looks. I mean, he looks pretty on par with you in terms of strength.
Okay.
But he's you can't really tell until you really try to grab him.
Yeah.
He just looks strong from the outside right now, but you know, the club shot didn't seem to do any, let's say, extra damage, so you don't think he's any stronger than
That's
you.
strong. Yeah. Oh. Can I spend a hero point, y'all?
Yes, you could. I was gonna remind
Please?
you have a couple of those here. You could
Oh,
use them all.
geez,
Really,
yeah.
frankly, you could use them all. I don't, unless someone pokes these guys, we'll see.
Oh my God.
Well, all right, let's do the. Go ahead and do a roll on our fumble
the
table.
the fumble chart.
Let's see what happens here.
Is there a macro for that, or do I go?
That's a. if you go into the collection, it's at the bottom. There's a rollable table, and you can just click on the roll action, and it should pop into the chat.
There it is.
Okay, so it just means weapon drop. So you drop the weapon to your feet. I'm not sure
Yeah,
why.
I kind of thought that I'd already gave that up. So, but I didn't describe it. So now
Actually,
it's definitely gone. Yeah.
well, let's see. What was the
Now it looks
roll?
like a fumble.
Yeah.
What was the actual roll that it did? Was it a
I
1?
don't know. I just clicked it. I think
That's
so.
weird.
Yeah, I think I just got another one. I got 2.
1,
in a row.
2, 3, 4. It looks like there's 10 in here. So I guess just I don't know what's going on. That doesn't make sense to me. Just roll a d10. I think
Okay.
they've changed something where all these macros are now
I think you're right. I think it's
jacked
definitely
up.
not behaving the way it was.
Yeah.
Or I'm just rusty and it's been a while, but
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so it's what it says is you dropped your weapon. If there was ammunition, the ammunition would have fallen 10 feet away. But you didn't have ammunition in this case, so your weapon is just laying next to you. So, okay.
yeah. So maybe we would say like it got kicked aside. You know, like it's out of
Mhm.
my
It's just it's in your range. I mean, it's a step or two away, but it's obviously not in
right,
your
but
hand, so that's
yeah,
the worst
yeah,
part because you're gonna take one without it there.
yeah.
Okay, so let's see. He's then going to kind of get a big bit of confidence as he sees you drop your weapon, and of course, he lifts his club two-handed and starts to come down overhand at you. And let's see. Oh my God, he's actually
You're on fire
rolling really
tonight.
well. It's crazy.
Yeah, you
Uh,
are.
um,
All right.
and he does 4 more damage to you with a knock. Trying to knock you on the
Okay.
head. So
So
fortunately,
those who
you have a
know,
good helmet.
Mithra, obviously, you probably see that she's pretty winded. Like she's about half capacity. You know, so she's
Hmm.
taking a beating from this guy's club, actually.
Yeah, he's not holding back at all, and I'm
Mhm.
just rolling. I'm on fire here, so
Mhm.
um, it happens. You
Yeah. Oh
certainly are
yeah. No, I'm
better
loving it.
than him. So but this is what
Yeah.
and the crowd at this point, yeah, is really into the
They're
battle
thirsty.
and
They're thirsty for
oh
blood now,
yeah.
and they want to see me just beaten to a pulp. I'm sure.
And so for Ronnie and Kurza and Bart, is there anything else that you guys wanted to do? I'll give you guys a chance to just insert yourself during this, instead of having you all have to roll
I'm
turns.
actually a little concerned about what these guys are up to. So, when they
How
leave
many?
after the
How many
fight,
of these guys?
3.
3.
They are 3 guys, 3 humans.
Yeah. So when the 2 leave the fight, there's a particular door they'll use to leave, or they just kind of climb up out of the ring, the pit.
Well, it's right along the street, so most people just head back to the street and go north or south, depending on where they're heading. Most
So they
people,
climb out of the pit,
um,
so to
it's
speak.
like a hillside, so yeah, they would walk up the hillside. Yeah,
Okay.
they would walk up
Uh,
the hillside. Yeah.
Then
I
near
guess
the very end of the fight, as she's climbing out, I'm going to pay that same waitress that dislikes those guys
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can convince her to spill a bunch of drinks on them as in order to distract them from where Imithra is going. So they'll lose track of her in the
Ooh.
crowd because they're suddenly distracted by having drinks fall on them and stuff. I'll pay her two gold pieces for that, and
Let's
hope she'll
see.
enjoy it.
Have a I guess do a charisma check to see if she thinks it's gonna be worth what it could become.
Your ring come in handy here?
Good.
from
Who's wearing that?
Rodolfo.
Who's wearing the human influence ring, by the way? Did we settle who had that? I know Adam has the potion of similar function, I think.
Rodolfo had it originally.
Okay.
Oh,
You-
'cause it's
You
really
can
nice.
use it anytime you want.
Okay, I'll wear that and for a moment, and we'll see what we can do. Let's see.
I am curious. Kurz has told us or pointed out these um people to us. Do they look similar at all to the any of the nobility I saw going back and forth by the House of the Hand? Or
Um, uh, I guess do a wisdom check for Bart, and let's see what he's able if he's able to observe anything different.
Where's my?
But yeah, the
Oh, there it is.
it's better.
yeah, Bart, you would see and know that he's confirmed about the fire knives, and you would be able to keep your eyes on them. And you don't think that they look familiar from they don't look familiar, or or that they were dressed at all like that when you were in the temple district. You didn't see anybody that really they look like to you. However, the two people who are on the balcony um, uh, area, and there's actually a couple more people that are now standing up there that have joined them. You recognize the two people, the man and the woman who are humans who are sitting up there, as being people that you saw in the temple district. So they're sort of they look like um, Procampur nobility to you is the category that you had them in. So they don't look like they're related at this point to you as far as the fire knives and the way that they're carrying themselves. They're sort of just wearing robes in black, as are a lot of people here. It's a pretty, you know, um, even mix of people that you see from the city, but a lot of representation from the adventurers district is here. So, um, anything else you wanted to check out, Bart, or do?
Not right now. Like just kind of watching what Kurz is up to, what information he can find.
All right. Kurza, did you do a 20-sided for your charisma check?
Yeah. So if I'm supposed to do so it would be a -4 to the roll.
Yeah.
So an 8.
Okay. So, let's see. I'm just gonna see, cause yeah, she's kind of winks at you and takes the gold,
Okay.
and she walks off, and she leaves you with a drink. Um, so she looks like she's going back to get another tray. And as she does, she starts to head in their direction. So while that's going on, anything, Ronnie, that you want to do with the scene here?
Yeah. These three guys.
Yeah.
There is a obvious leader, someone who looks like he's
Um,
the hot collar.
I'll say that it looks like the two on the sides of the middle one appear to be giving the middle one a lot of respect. But they don't look very different to you, other than the fact that it seems like they're answering his questions and letting him do most of the talking and kind of thing.
Yeah. I'll just casually walk by very closely, and I will try to pick his pocket.
Hmm. This is perfect. So as that's
That's how we
happening,
do it. That's
as
how we do it.
as that's happening,
Yeah.
you notice that there's a woman with a tray of drinks walking by, and she's selling a few of the drinks. And as she gets a little bit closer, she uh, seems to purposely kick a chair. And as she kicks the chair, she stumbles forward and 3 of the drinks spill off of her tray and onto the pants and the knees of one of the fire knives, and kind of they all 3 kind of step back as that's happening, and you're able to kind of use that to your advantage as you're picking the
Yeah.
pocket. So we'll give you a
As they
plus.
step back, I am at the back.
Yep, exactly. So they're kind of sitting on a T for you if you want to make the check. Pickpocket. You can have a plus 15%. So, and you've already got a success, so you're good. So yeah, you're able to reach into, let's see, which one are you targeting, the middle
The
one?
leader, the leader.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you are able to reach into his pocket, and you see actually hanging from one of his pockets what looks like the edge of a scroll, and so you're able to snag it and palm it in your
Pluck
hands.
it.
Nice.
So
And I will disappear among the crowd.
all right, so picks the pocket and blends right back in, like nothing happened. So next is, let's see, let's go back to the battle real quick, and I think it's Mithra's turn again. Oh, might be muted. I don't know if it is.
I'm gonna make a wrestling attack. I'm not gonna hold back either. I'm kind of mad. Like, he's making me look like an idiot in front of my friends. So I'm intending to do damage.
Okay, yeah.
+1,
Flatter him.
11. Yeah.
11, and your
Re-roll it if you want.
Thaco was what again?
It's 17. My
Seven-
Thaco's
17.
17.
Yeah, actually, you're gonna miss. No, you hit him. I'm sorry, you hit him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which hit
Okay.
AC 7, right?
17 and AC
That's
7,
actually-
so you
Oh, with
actually
a
hit him.
+1, that'd be 8.
Well, it's
Oh,
10
6,
plus 1
sorry.
plus 1 for the specialization. So 10. That
Right.
makes it 11.
11.
On the wrestling
It's-
table, that
yeah.
makes it a gouge. So I gouge him. Like, I'm just like.
Oh, okay. And there's a 12% chance that you knock him out, so go ahead and roll percentile.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Oh, not 20. Sorry.
Whoa.
Nope.
All right.
And so then
Go ahead.
damage is
2. Looks
right.
like, right?
Is it 2 or is it 1 plus strength?
I think it's
Plus 3 for specialization, right? Does
think it's-
specialization count?
2. I think it's 2 plus strength. What's your specialization again?
Well, specialization is it's always +1, +1, and +3. And there was something with the gladiator.
Oh,
And it was
okay. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's part of it. Wrestling is right. Come on,
That's your
it's
thing.
the most showy kind of
Yeah.
And
So
yeah, again, I do think that the damage applies, like the
Mhm.
normal specialization. So
yeah. So what's the
that would
total?
be 6 points of damage.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, he looks pretty serious. It looks pretty serious at this point for him. He looks as if it's crossed the line for sure, and that he's not looking too good. He's not dead or anything, but he's
Yeah.
he's in bad shape. All right. So
You gonna give up? Are you gonna give up? Because now you made me mad.
oh, actually do an intimidation check. I love that because
Okay.
he
okay,
might
Yeah.
he might decide it's time. This might be it. That's success.
Success?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He drops his weapon and falls to his knees.
Okay. At that point, I'm gonna get behind him.
And he's just holding his bloody eye at this point.
Grab his. I kind of want to push him down on his belly and show this the sign of,
Yeah,
of
this is
victory.
just
This is my moment to
yeah.
like shine, right?
Here,
So I
yeah.
want to, yeah,
This is sort of
yeah, I'm gonna
the
play it
finishing
up. Yeah,
touch. Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
So that would be arena acting, like I would say.
definitely. I think so.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Let's see how that comes
And
out.
of course, your friends can always be, hooting and hollering even louder to
Uh-huh.
help you with this. So this is a good
And that
chance.
would be a success as well.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean,
Yeah,
not accounting for modifiers, but
so I would say, by the end of this fight, you see this place got full and it got busy
yay.
and buzzing, and even the nobility section filled up finally by the end of the fight, and it looked like they were selling an awful lot of drinks and doing really good business. And so from your experience, you know that you did a good job. Like, you feel like you did a really good job, that you did your job well, and that you got the place started for the night, and that now the next matches are going to benefit from having all these people here, and they're going to make even more and more money. So you've been like a great opening act. And
Cool.
so Sharn, comes to you actually after this, whereas before he didn't address you directly. He kind of just had other people give you what you needed. He comes over and says, "Great show, lady. Great show."
Yeah.
And with that, he says, "Keep the club. Keep it."
No thanks. No thanks.
So
Yeah.
he'll give you a payment of he's actually going to give you a payment of 6 gold,
Okay.
and said you did real well.
That's it? 6 gold? I filled your arena. Come on.
You even got the nobility interested. They never care about these
I would
fights.
say that's worth at least 10 gold.
Look, I can't start you at that level, but next time when you come back, I could work with
All
you.
right.
I can work with you
All right.
now.
Well, you owe me.
All right. All right. You did a great job, kid. Good job. Enjoy the city. And he also then will hand you a potion, and he says, "Heal up."
Oh.
So
Well,
he actually hands you.
that's thoughtful. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get potions back in Raven's Bluff.
And this is just a single drought 1d8, so you can
Yeah.
get some
Okay.
healing from it, but
Yeah, I'll drink it.
so I guess, as that's happening, guys, then for the others in the crowd, it's obvious that these guys didn't like the drinks getting spilled on them. They don't seem to get too irate towards her necessarily, but they put themselves in position for Ronnie to make his move. And then once the fight finishes with Amithra, you notice that the 3 of them walk together down the street and head towards the gate towards the Great Way. So looks like they're exiting the business services district, I meant, into the Great Way.
Great way. Ah, right here.
Yeah, the central
Yeah.
path, which is more sort of well guarded and can take you anywhere too. So, and so you have the option
Jamie,
if you want to follow
I'll
her.
check this scroll I plucked it from the guy.
You want to check the scroll?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you open the scroll and it appears to be a map. And it actually looks like it's a map of a layer. And let me where is it? I don't know where trying to find the button to share this map with you. Hang on a second.
I love maps.
Maps are the best.
Especially if they are not mine, and I can use it against them.
Is there like a chat GPT for maps yet?
There needs to be.
You know,
There needs to be.
yeah, like okay, I want a city that's, you
yeah.
know,
There is
labyrinthine and
there are some really cool map generators. They're not quite at the AI level where they could really like get specific though. That would be sweet
yeah.
because you could like
You
pick
know
the
there will
style.
be. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so it looks like it's I don't know why I can't share the map, but it's looks like the map of an underground layer from what you can tell on quick look. And I'll move the image to a different spot so that you can get that. But
Look at that, our rogue
Oh,
found a
Discord.
lair. Holy shit.
it looks
Put on
like
Discord.
a pretty elaborate underground layer.
Mm.
There's inscriptions.
Let's see.
Now we just have to find out where the lair is.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little.
That's the fun part.
Can I paste it in here? Let's see if it'll paste.
It's the map of nowhere to the way we came.
No, it looks like it's a a cave system more than anything is the way I would describe it. But for some reason I can't. Why can't I copy this?
Can you put on Discord?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but for some reason
No.
the picture is. All right, well here's part of it that I'll give you for now that you're kind of able to look at.
Mm.
So yeah, you'll be able to look at and study it further later, but it's, you know, definitely an underground layer is what it appears to be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like it.
Were you guys thinking of following them at all, or trying to figure out which direction they headed after they left the district?
I think Bartholomew should probably meet in Mithra, and they should try and get lost away from these guys because they're trying to follow her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And then, since I'm standing back with, watching from above to see what the girl did, and Ronnie was trying to keep hidden, the two of us can probably follow them a bit.
Yeah, so.
But I think I'll leave it up to Ronnie to do that.
Yeah, who's in front, I guess, is the main, who would be
I'll
the
do it.
closest. Okay. So, yeah, so Ronnie, as you follow them out into the Great Way, it looks like they pull up and are able to sit sort of on the street side, and that there's a wagon that's waiting there, and a couple of them go into the wagon, and one of them standing outside the wagon, and they're not moving. After a few minutes, you kind of get the sense that they're looking and waiting.
I'll be looking and waiting too.
Okay. So yeah, so it seems like you're guessing that they're waiting for a Mithra, right? And that they are looking to tail her. So I guess a Mithra, that would be up to you after the fight to decide, as you're finally done, getting your accolades from Sharn, that you would probably meet up with the group, the others, and at least you would be forewarned that you're being followed, I assume, guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mithra's face goes, the elation from it just like totally collapsed when tell her about the tattoos, right?
Stage bus.
And she wants to get out of there as soon as possible and hopes that Bart can use his illusions to mask our Westgate.
Oh, and one other thing I meant to tell you, Mithra, was that Sharn, you kind of learned that he has a strong connection to the docks and the Sea District,
Mhm.
and so
That could be helpful.
yeah,
Yeah.
you think he'd be a good contact for potentially getting, transportation or finding a captain because you guys might
Mhm.
ultimately need to join, a crew. So
Yeah.
that's one thing meant to mention as well.
Hey, we're not just gonna steal a boat. No, just kidding.
Eventually, I'm sure you will.
Just kidding.
Okay, so yeah, what do you want to do then, I guess, with that information?
Um, yeah, I kind of mentioned to him that I might need some help and that, that I don't have definite plans yet, but that I want to head out to an island with some friends, and I'll need a captain, and who would he trust,
Mm.
to be a
Do,
captain
tr
that will keep his mouth shut and be loyal to us, you know,
Look,
and
trust and getting the job done are two very different things. What would you prefer?
I prefer trust, to be honest with you.
All right, very well.
We're gonna face a Medusa, and we don't need treachery on top of that.
Very well. Then I will get I have a connection that you can ask for Glinick.
Clinic?
Yes. And if you ask for him in the Sea District, I'm sure you'll find him eventually near the port somewhere, smelling of God knows what. But he's a good man and he'll get you connected.
Well, thank you.
All right, so you've got your lead on that. You've got now you're still in this area, and actually um, a handful of the spectators walk up to you and make comments about your fight, and most of them are really complimentary, but a couple of them are like, "You couldn't do that again." So you're getting you're getting mixed reactions. A couple mixed
Uh-huh.
reactions that are, they don't like that you bested him, but
Uh-huh.
a lot of them did. So you're getting like the a whole array of reactions from the crowd, and they're not afraid to kind of say things to you. It seems like they're a little lippy here, but at the
Okay.
same time, you're not it's not the first time you've been trash talked by the fans.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not in any way swayed by that.
Yeah, you're a professional, and it's so it comes with the territory.
Yeah, it's part of the show.
Yep. And the biggest thing is, like you said, is you made the management happy, you made the nobility pleased, you got their attention, and you got, the populace's attention. So you think based on that you could come back and command a much bigger,
Salary
coin and a better
point.
time slot and everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. That's cool. That's fun that it has just rules for it and everything.
So we'll wrap up here in the next couple minutes. I got just a few more. If you guys wanted to execute your plan further to have them trail you somewhere, or what's the thought?
Yeah,
I thought it was to get lost,
Okay, so
so they can't.
yeah,
well,
like
Park
I
doesn't
asked
have a
him
lot of spells or anything. Like if there's a lot of crowd around yet, I could make a scene, but that might cause problems too. But
yeah. I asked Sharma if there's a back door because yeah, I'm just it's a rough fight, I got hit,
hmm.
pretty hard. I drank that potion, but I'm still pretty bruised up.
Well, your best bet is going to be going towards the Sea District because otherwise you're not going to make it into the nobles district looking like that.
Where might I find this Glennick? You hang out at a tavern ever?
He's usually in the merchant harbor. He works with the one of the quartermasters there.
Okay. And so yeah, that's what we do.
Okay.
We step out towards the district.
Okay.
Like I'd like to use the exit like wherever they they bring the supplies, not where the people come in, and not necessarily like the VIP area either, but like like the drudgery back way out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when you get to the gate for between the services district and the C district, you notice that it's a pretty moderate amount of security, and there are several guards there. So as you approach, it looks like have to check in and speak to the guards. And so
Okay.
when you do you want to be the one to approach first? Are you guys all traveling together, I guess, or what's
Yeah.
the rest of the party? Are you guys rejoining with Amithra to help or to sneak along with her, or are you staying behind in
That's
different
true. Yeah, we
positions?
should discuss that.
And
Did you all want to do something more?
I can give you
Well, I
your
was
tokens.
following behind Ronnie.
Yep, I think
So
Bart went down to try and meet Mithra and Warner about the shady characters. So he might be following along with the Mithra.
Okay.
I will double back and see if I can pick up Mithra and Bartholomew and let them know that the guys are waiting for them outside the door, the entrance to this quarter.
I'm just gonna move you
So
guys to the bottom map. Go ahead.
So if we go through the C district, we can probably get out to the Great Way that way and move towards the Adventurer's Way and maybe not be seen.
Okay. So who's gonna be first then to speak to the guards, or who's gonna lead the interaction with the guards?
She can probably come out the regular way out of the service, out of the pit, because those guys already disappeared. If I'm doubling back while she's getting paid.
Oh,
All right. So
what's going on?
well, if you guys are heading towards the C district, I just kind of need to know the marching order.
Yeah, I guess I'm happy to I'm already kind of like a recognizable face.
And you know who you're trying to find, so we'll just
I'm
tell
not
them
trying to
that.
keep a low profile, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but the only downside, I mean, I might spend a little time cleaning up my scuffs and stuff.
Or we're just traveling with her.
Yeah. So, all right. So you go
Part
ahead
of the entourage.
and you reach. Yeah, she's got a big entourage at this point. Which, yeah, you guys. I mean, the others. You guys would have noticed that her opponent looked like he was pretty upset, like that he lost. Like he looked like he was pretty upset, about it. So, you could imagine that if he knew anybody that they even might be looking for you, so you're leaving there with a lot of, your head on a swivel. But you don't see anyone overtly following you at this point, and you're able to reach the gate to enter the C district. As you approach, there's 3 guards standing there. It looks, pretty formal. It looks like they are a couple of people in front of you who appear to be traders, and they're carrying a handful of different furs actually with them as they're passing through. And as they get cleared and you get called up, come ahead, move ahead. How many in your party, ma'am?
6 of us.
And what is your business in our sea district and our beautiful city?
We're meeting up with hoping to meet Lennox at the Merchant Harbor Tavern. Actually, I was told by Sharm I'm a fighter at the arena, and I just been in a fight. Went well.
Oh well, if you made it out, I guess it did go well, and hopefully he paid you a decent sum for once.
Oh, that bastard didn't pay me. Not even a portion of what I'm worth, but next time you will.
Well, and he sort of looks at the rest of you.
He's moving up in the ranks.
And what are your functions? Just looks down the line at each of you. What are your functions? What do you serve?
I'll kind of display my belt of potions and
His
let him know that.
obvious, cleric tools and
Yeah.
um,
Just gonna go through my healer's bag like one at a time. There's some gauze in here.
I'll just light a pipe with my thumb and go from there.
Yeah. So okay. What will Kurza, how will Kurza respond to that? Or I guess
I'll light my
Ronnie.
pipe with my thumb and say, we're just part of her team, her support.
I say yes.
Yes. What function do you serve? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they'll be amused enough at you, and that they'll let you by, and they'll say, "Yep, go ahead, head on through," and they move out of your way. Oh, you might be muted.
Oh, I say I ask him directions to that new Merchant Harbor Tavern. Not that we're gonna find him tonight, but like just so I know where it's at.
Yeah, one of the guards then will tell you, kind of give you an indication that you're gonna head all the way towards the outer wall. Follow the outer wall to the southern tip, and then when you get to the center of the harbor, you're gonna see a quartermaster's office, and there's a dock. There's a dock master and like a register area, and that's sort of where that's what they call that. So
Okay.
And let's see. So yeah, you guys are now free in the Sea District. That's where we can park it, and we'll pick up here next time.
Sounds good.
So that was fun. It's
It's fun to play. Yeah,
it's a good spot.
Good. Yeah. I like how we moved the story forward, and got to do something character focused. It was fun.
Yeah.
Everybody, they usually say you don't go solo, but there are some times when it's fun to do it, and then it was neat how everybody did that, but then you all came back together for the event, and then you're able to parlay that into a contact in the Sea Ward. So yeah, you're making yourselves at home here, figuring it out, and it's a neat concept for a town, but it's also just so much fun to play with a group like this, because you all lean into what your characters would really be doing, and it's interesting to think from their shoes, and you guys do a good job of that. So thanks for the session. Thanks for staying late and putting up with a little extra loss of sleep, but maybe you can make it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
No problem.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That
You're
was a
welcome.
great game.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you all.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Take care.